I am nervous here. Seventh place Bournemouth visit Stamford Bridge here. Just 3 points separating the two teams. The room for error, the margin for error is nil now for Chelsea. Without 4 wins, we're all set for the kickoff. The very impressive Andoni Iraola and Bournemouth, they have been ravaged by injuries. We'll go through the team news shortly, but they're coming in the back of 7 or 8 injuries, key injuries to their players. As for Chelsea, without a win in 4, with a few changes in the lineup, it's lovely by Nani, who has been introduced into the starting lineup ahead of Pedro Neto on that right-hand side. Romeo Lavia and Enzo Fernandez in the midfield pivot with Moises Caicedo as the right back inverting into midfield. I like the lineup, not many qualms about it. Headed by Enzo. Jackson, he's swarmed by Bournemouth players. Clever here. Cole Palmer. Enzo Fernandez, the first touch just gets away from him and could have been the perfect start there for Chelsea. Within a minute, nearly creating a clear-cut opportunity. Enzo wins the first header. Jackson does so well there to just keep the ball somehow. Enzo, Cole were looking for the 1-2. That is so nearly a perfectly crafted goal. Good start here for Chelsea. There's Josh Achimpong, who has been introduced into the fold here as new centre-half for Chelsea. We desperately needed with Wesley Fofana with a long-term injury. Tosin, Disasi haven't been reliable. Badiashile not available. It's so good to see Romeo Lavia back in the fold. He's been start-stop with Chelsea. Levi Colville, Enzo Fernandez trying to play a quick pass there to Nico Jackson. Chelsea's front three of Jadon Sancho on the left, Cole Palmer as the number 10, and Noni Madueke as the right winger. Back four of Caicedo, Colville, Achiampong, and Cucurella. Bournemouth's got a very strong lineup, but they've had to make a change up front. Unal and Evelinson have been injured, and long-term injuries as well. So that is a huge blow for Iraola and Bournemouth. Semenyo playing as the makeshift centre forward. Ouattara, Christie, Brooks, they've got plenty of options in those forward areas. Never easy when Bournemouth visit. Well-coached side. I think Iraola, for me, has been pound for pound one of the best coaches in the Premier League. Oh, there's an early injury off the ball here. It looks like it might be Brooks there. He is writhing around in pain. Chelsea can continue because the referee hasn't blown the whistle, but does look like a bad injury. Chelsea will continue. Full right to do so. Here's Sancho. Tries to find Cucurella. Good defending by the right back Hill. And now the play will stop and does not look good for Brooks. He suffered a few injuries in the past and long-term injuries. Let's have a look here. He's up against Cucurella. It's just a shoulder barge. Cuckoo having absolutely none of that one. Didn't look like any muscle injury. It was just shoulder to shoulder. Brooks is feeling it. But yeah, just over 3 minutes on the clock. Iraola not happy with that. He sees his fellow countrymen's foul there as something a lot more cynical. Well, it's 4th versus 7th here, and at 1:30 a.m. kickoff India time, Nottingham Forest host Liverpool. That's 1st versus 3rd. Huge implications in the top 4 Premier League spots here. 3 of the 4 in action here today. Arsenal tomorrow taking on Tottenham Hotspur in the North London derby. Arsenal have had a tough couple of games in the Cups. 2-0 at home, that defeat to Newcastle United. Isak and Gordon scoring, and then in the Carabao Cup semi-final, in the FA Cup rather, losing to Manchester United. 10-man Manchester United as well. United were 10 men for 60 minutes, if we include extra time, losing it on penalties at home. So it's a massive, massive game for Arsenal, and their season could be unraveling very quickly. So they need a couple of victories to just stem the flow. They are a very difficult side to beat at home. Newcastle showing that it's very much possible. Brooks looks like he's okay to continue. He's holding his jaw there. Could be a cracking one there. It's Cucurella not raising his arm, so no issues there. They had a long look at it and nearly a minute gone for that Brooks stoppage, but we're off and running here. Here's Achimpong. Fernandez, Lavia. Press resistance. The first thing that comes to mind when I look at Lavia. Here's Enzo Fernandez trying to skip away from a few challenges, trying to do too much, but he gets the foul. Driving run there by Enzo Fernandez. Tyler Adams makes the foul. Just over 5 minutes on the clock. It's been bright from Chelsea. Fernandez with a lot of drive from midfield here. At a nearly moment early on when Palmer picked him up in the box. Don't think Tyler Adams has done too much wrong there. Can't really get out the way, but it's a free kick opportunity for Chelsea. Just over 5.5 minutes on the clock. Travers, the goalkeeper, with Kepa ineligible to play against Chelsea, the parent club. Chelsea will look to let him go in the summer on a permanent deal. Been at the books since 2018 under Maurizio Sarri. Kepa's never really been trusted as the number one, but he seemed to have found a home in Bournemouth. He's got a Spanish coach who believes in him. He's been decent. We'll miss him though. But Travers is a cup goalkeeper. Hopefully he'll be tested today. Chelsea really need to fire a lot of shots. Just get that early goal. Fernandez and Palmer. It's Cole Palmer from distance. Oh, it's close. It's on target. Saw that against Brighton at the Premier League. Similar distance, similar range. Took a nick off Semenyo there. Easy for Travers. First shot on target there for Chelsea. Here's Sanchez. Chelsea having two academy players as their centre-halves, Achimpong and Levi Colwill. Speaking of centre-halves, Bournemouth have two very impressive ones themselves. Huijsen, 6'5" centre-half from Spain, and Zaberny from Ukraine. Two outstanding recruits for Bournemouth. I really like their balance. Never have seen them play. They tick a lot of the boxes individually and as a pair, so hope it's going to be a difficult game for them, but Nico Jackson will have his hands full. Zaberny a bit more old school, but got the passing range. Huijsen 6'5", strong, powerful, and he's got the passing as well, so really good recruitment in the centre-half region. As for Chelsea, our centre-back pairing costs a sum total of nothing. Both academy products, very composed on the ball. One of their highlights is the way they can break lines with their passing. Sanchez, Caicedo, Palmer, what a first touch, and then trying to release Noni. Just gets behind him, but Noni can get there. That's good on the right-hand side now. Palmer, what an outrageous first touch and pass. Cut back. Oh, he decides to go himself. Noni has to find the pass there. Just picks his head up. Milos Kerkez makes the challenge. It's good by Noni. He's got real burst and acceleration. It's just that final action, a bit unpredictable. Here's Colwill. Achimpong put under pressure, but still manages to find Palmer. It's a niggly foul there at the back of Palmer. Tyler Adams might have just caught him at the side of his boot. Man marking, that's definitely going to be one of Tyler Adams' main remit here. You can see the studs just catching him on the side of the boot. Painful one. So far, Chelsea have not really allowed Bournemouth to string any passes. They've looked comfortable, not really seen the attacking players. Christie, Brooks, Taro, Semenyo, Huijsen with a really good read. Nico Jackson, brilliant, but he gives the foul. Unlucky. Nico going stride for stride with Huijsen on that occasion. Really good defensive duel in Chelsea's half. I think that was unlucky. I need to see that again, but the referee's never going to overturn that. Here's Zaberny. Breezes past Jackson there, but wonderful by Nico Jackson. Outstanding. He wins the ball. Here's Cole Palmer. He's got Sancho on the left-hand side. Decides to use him. Sancho has to get there. Enzo Fernandez making the late run into the box. Here's Jadon Sancho now. Palmer chips. Oh, it's wide. It's very close. Cole Palmer with the audacious chip. That was pretty good there from Cole Palmer. It's got to be said. Nice ingenuity. It started the move. It all came from Nico Jackson winning the ball. And then Sancho picks his head up, finds Cole Palmer, runs onto it, looking to just chip it towards the top corner. Again, outrageous, audacious, but it's Cole Palmer. A good couple of half chances for Chelsea so far. It's been a good start. Bournemouth have struggled Again, just not having that link man forward. Unala and Evan Nilsson, two crucial players, especially Evan Nilsson, was just starting to find his form. He's a top centre forward. I saw him against Manchester United. Some of the things he was doing was outstanding. So his injury was a huge blow for Iraola. Here's Cook on the right-hand side. Here's the right-back Hill. Seeing him for the first time. Zabarny. Again, both Bournemouth centre-halves. Very much in Chelsea territory here. Kerkez. First time really Bournemouth have had sustained possession in the Chelsea half. Just over 10 minutes on the clock. Here's Hoyson. Again, waiting for options. Brilliant work from Chelsea. Off the ball here. They've closed down all the spaces. Here's Kerkez now. Capable of crossing, but that box presence missing for Bournemouth. The switch is on here. Good header there by Cucurella. Much needed. Sancho plays it out to Fernandez. Good one-touch passing to Cucurella. Tries to give it back to Jackson. Fluid move here by Chelsea. Keep it. Well done. Enzo Fernandez just decides to keep the ball. Gives it to Lavia. Now Achimpong can drive at the ball. Gets caught out though by Semenyo. Good work by the centre forward. The makeshift centre forward. Must say. Having to work twice as hard. Brentford is hosting Manchester City at the same time. We'll go through the scoreline as the game goes on. And West Ham taking on Fulham in the London derby. As I said, in about 18 minutes' time, Nottingham Forest will host league leaders Liverpool. So far, so good for Bournemouth. Maresca wouldn't be too displeased as well. It's been a decent start. Got a few half chances, but nothing really to trouble Travers. Here's Hill. Chelsea have got options on the bench. Felix, Neto, Nkunku. Nkunku might be leaving to Bayern Munich. Oh, brilliant. Nico Jackson, sensational skill there. He goes for the reverse to Cole Palmer, who's one-on-one, who slots it beautifully. It's a cold finish. Cole Palmer, all the work from Nico Jackson, sensational. And Palmer has been on some run here, scoring magnificent goals. This one, a brilliant combination with Nico Jackson. Chelsea have been threatening and they fully merit this goal. Oh, I love to see this. Supreme play there. Nico Jackson's turn is just outrageous. Turns provider to Cole Palmer, who scored some special goals at the bridge. This one, pretty special too. Look at Nico Jackson, the find from Enzo Fernandez, and then he just turns past three players, and then he's in business. Cole Palmer goes across. He's very much onside, and when he's in front of goal, looks for the dummy, and then just slots it calmly past Travers. Beautiful football. Absolutely love that. Nico Jackson. Wow. Again, Zabarny, Cook, he gets away from both, then picking his head up. The reverse is just class, man. Superb. Love that. Absolutely love it. Just the start that they were looking for. Palmer so cold in front of goal, man. Not to sound cliche, but the way he just sat the keeper down and then just slots it calmly. His goal against Fulham was quite special. This one, all Jackson's doing, but yet another Cole Palmer goal. 13 in the Premier League before this, now on 14. He's chasing down Haaland and Salah. He went toe-to-toe with Erling Haaland last season in the goal-scoring charts. Once again, his appetite, but Nico Jackson, man, is that his fourth assist? I think it is, and it's before the 15-minute mark. Chelsea get the perfect start here. Brilliant. But they do say that you are most vulnerable in a defensive situation when you have just scored. With just over 14 minutes on the clock, Brook has the opportunity to sling this ball into the box. Brook and Cook. It's the left footer instead, and Caicedo just gets that out of the way. Will be a corner, I think. He's a bit cross with himself, and rightfully so, but good front post coverage there by Moises Caicedo, playing as that inverted role. It's been sacrificed a little bit, but we needed to see Romeo Lavia in that midfield as well, get minutes. We saw him play 45 minutes. So did Reece James against Morecambe, in the FA Cup game, which Chelsea won comfortably 5-0. Very, very important. Romeo Lavia and Reece James. Reece James are skipper after all. But Bournemouth now have set-piece routine. Huijsen is a definite target. So is Zaberni. Cook with the ball into the box. Jackson gets the clearance away. Palmer's touches away, but Cook will have another bite of the cherry. Chelsea full press here. Good work. They're forcing Bournemouth all the way back. Wonderful. Exactly what you want to see. Great. This is what we saw against Fulham. The first 15 minutes was good, but we left the game open. And from there, they just took full control. And that's what we didn't want to see. The game's going end to end. Chelsea have to find that second goal as quickly as possible. In under 15 minutes, I'll try and bring you the live comm for the Nottingham Forest versus Liverpool game as well. Third place Nottingham Forest hosting league leaders Liverpool. You've seen the 4 games that we're going to be calling today. All relatively new coaches to the Premier League have just taken it like duck to water. Enzo Maresca for Chelsea, seeing them in 4th. Bournemouth in 7th. Iraola has been there for 18 months. Arne Slot for Liverpool. Nuno for Nottingham Forest. All doing top jobs. As we look at the top scorers chart, Salah, Haaland, and then it's Cole Palmer. He's ahead of Alexander Isak. Outstanding, man. Just brilliant there from Romeo Lavia. Chelsea in business here. 4 options. Lavia has to pick the right pass. Goes for the through pass to Jackson. Is comfortably intercepted there by Zaberni. And Bournemouth can break here. Here's Ouattara. Semenyo, rather. He's got Ouattara in the box. Achimpong. Very well done there. Exactly what you want to see from the young centre-half. He's comfortable on the ball. His passing range is good. We know all that already. Now he'll be tested in the box. The pure defending skills has to come into fuse. And that front post defending, one of John Terry's trademarks. Seeing that in Achimpong here. There's Zaberni. Chelsea pressing with the front 2 here. Jackson and Palmer almost going man-to-man with Huijsen and Zaberni. Chelsea so far winning the midfield battle. They're just struggling here, Bournemouth, with Tyler Adams. I don't think he's played too much football. Can't forget that Chelsea had a deal signed with Leeds for Tyler Adams. We got the famous Fabrizio Romano's "Here we go." I remember that transfer very clearly, and it broke down because of his failed medical, I believe. 20 million euros signing. Didn't happen for him, but he finds himself at Bournemouth now, up against Chelsea. Seen those scripts happen against Chelsea in the past. Former players linked to Chelsea coming up and making an impact at Stamford Bridge. But so far, so good for Chelsea. Again, the quality of Palmer's goals is not just quality in terms of just his variety as well. I think Colville has just had a nibble at Ouattara there. Should be a foul. Against Fulham, Palmer's goal was all individual in nature. The quick burst of acceleration, passing it into the corner. But one thing is consistent. He doesn't look to lash at it. He just finds the corner, just the side foot finish. Even against Crystal Palace with Jadon Sancho's brilliant assist, he takes the first touch and just finds it with the side foot. Such an assured finisher he is. But that goal was all about Nico Jackson, man. I will do Nico Jackson props till the very end. If no one else is going to do it, I will. Every time he just blows my mind on the pitch, even if he does something simple. And I think Bournemouth is having to ready a substitution here. Kluivert, he's played the free kick. You can't give him another option there. I think it is Hill who might be struggling. Looks okay to me, but Patrick Kluivert's son, Justin Kluivert, he's an ace penalty taker himself. He scored a hat-trick of penalties against, don't remember who he did, but was a rare feat there, scoring 3 penalties in a game. He's been stripped and might be ready in action there because of the injury to Bournemouth. Don't think Iraola can afford another one. He's got 8 already on the injury bench. I mean, as a Chelsea fan, I sympathize, I empathize. I've seen Chelsea have similar problems in January, December, 8, 9 injuries. Now Chelsea have, 4 or 5 on the bench here, but Kluivert is ready to come on here. I think Iraola would have wanted to bring him on as late as possible, try and rest him and play him at the weekend. No rest for Kluivert. He's got no time to assimilate and acclimatize himself. Nearly 20 minutes on the clock. He has to get to speed. Bournemouth are chasing the game here. Brilliant from Enzo Fernandez. Wonderful. Brilliant work. Now Jackson up against Zaberny. Ukrainian says no this time. Bodies him out the way there. Just over 20 minutes on the clock. It's according to plan for Chelsea so far, but we've seen the script before. We take the lead, keep the door open. Fulham beat us 2-1. Palace equalized late, but that was our own undoing. But we can't really leave it to chance, leave the door open and just hope that we'll keep a clean sheet here. We have a young defense. Caicedo's inverting from right back. We don't see that too often, so have to be clinical going forward. But so far, Romeo Lavia, Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, brilliant. But Bournemouth slowly growing into the game. The last 10 minutes, they've kept nearly 80% of the ball. Chelsea just happy to get into their shape here. Kluivert is ready to come on. Just over 20 minutes on the clock. Lavia's taking a bit of a chance. Caicedo does well. Here's Achampong. Palmer, Caicedo, brilliant football. This is superb here. Now to Enzo Fernandez. Jadon Sancho, Cucurella on the overlap. Jadon Sancho driving, brilliant Jadon Sancho. What a block that is. Enzo Fernandez at the edge of the box. Lavia, all started with Lavia and Caicedo building out from the back. Just superb play. Noni one-on-one against Kirkes. Cross comes in. Not much on it, but Chelsea recover. It's relentless, this from Chelsea. Colville took Sancho. The touch is heavy. Gets away from him. And we just let them off. Zaberny, very good there with the block. Jadon Sancho driving into the box. Brilliant from him. Not looking to use the overlap whatsoever. Trying to curl that past Zaberny. Does very well, the Ukrainian. Had a couple of big moments so far defensively. Just want to see who Kluivert has replaced. Yep, it's the right back Hill. Shame that Justin Hill couldn't complete the game. Would have been very excited playing at Stamford Bridge, getting his big opportunity, and he's straight down the tunnel. That's very unfortunate for him. It looked like might have been a thigh or a quad injury. Iraola will be scratching his head here, but it's a change in tactic here with Kluivert coming in here. Might go 3 at the back. We'll just have a see as to how Bournemouth will shape up here. We might just see the skipper Lewis Cook play as the auxiliary right back. Lavia, brilliant. Clever back heel. Here's Hoyson. Look at him. He's so far forward. Semenyo. He can drive into space. Jackson, brilliant again. Just making himself a nuisance. Achampong wins that clean. What a tackle that is. Just what you want to see. Here's Fernandez. Driving with the ball. Keeps his balance. Keeps his pressure. Come on. Find the pass now to find Nico Jackson on the left-hand side. Jackson is giving a torrid time to Zaberny, but he does very well there. Cucurella. Sensational. Cole Palmer. Reverse to Noni is good. Noni Madueke. Noni, good block. Here's Sancho in the box. Chelsea relentless. Jadon Sancho, a lot of trickery here. Oh, might not find Palmer. It's a bit of an air shot. Good work there by Justin Kluivert, immediately making the interception there. Chelsea were relentless there. Oh, Palmer, needless. That's a foul. He'll escape the booking. Him and Semenyo having a quick dab there. Palmer close. He knows. Again, Chelsea with nearly moments. Still not troubling the keeper, but Noni was fed there really nicely by Cole Palmer. Romeo Lavia has been excellent so far. I mean, he misses a lot of time, but when he comes into the Chelsea side, he looks so comfortable. The way he receives the ball, facing the goalkeeper, plays the passes around the corner. Cole Palmer is struggling here. Not something that we particularly want to see. There's a rather needless slide on Semenyo. Just landed awkwardly. Semenyo is fine. Palmer seems to have come off worse. Just testing his knee and just be holding a collective breath. Now, this is something that I can't understand in terms of who's warming up. Is Christopher Nkunku warming up now? I have no qualms. I like Christopher Nkunku playing as the number 10, but there has been recent reports, and as early as 4 or 5 hours ago, that Christopher Nkunku has agreed personal terms with Bayern Munich. So Nkunku and Felix. Felix, you have to be first in line in terms of getting ready to warm up. It's optics, it's the small things, but the two number 10s are warming up. So Nkunku immediately is ready to go. As you see the replay of the goal that Jackson creates for Cole Palmer. Nico Jackson, just brilliant, man. Palmer's finish, so calm. Absolutely love that. Just over 25 minutes on the clock. Just under 5, Liverpool travel to Nottingham Forest. We'll bring you live action from there. So far, Brentford, Man City, 0-0 there. West Ham and Fulham, no changes in the scoreline. Palmer is back on his feet. Good to see that. Is a bit of a twinge there. Didn't see too much wrong. Might have just the way he's landed on it, but looks okay to go. Just over 25 minutes on the clock. Bournemouth still competitive. Chelsea upper hand. Here's Højsen. On that left-hand side now, Noni does so much work off the ball. Goes unnoticed a lot. Often a frustrating player going forward, but he does offer Chelsea so much. And that's why he was the starting right winger when Chelsea started the season under Enzo Maresca. He identified Noni Madueke almost when Chelsea plays the back three with the ball. Madueke is almost like a right wing back. Then he has to make those runs in the box with the deep carries, and he's got the capacity. See, so far Bournemouth have not had a touch in the Chelsea box. That's exactly what you want to see. Just over halfway through the first half, Chelsea have been responsible. They've done well. Oh, Sancho with the double nutmeg. Brilliant there from Jadon Sancho. This gets you off the feet with a bit of skill. Romeo Lavia, sensational pass. Chelsea balling out here on the right-hand side, but Palmer's pass doesn't find Madueke. That's a shame. Look at Caicedo's positioning. Very good immediately as that right back. But Jadon Sancho, first nutmeg on Cook. Oops. And then sends another one with the outside of his boot. Jadon Sancho seems to be enjoying his football back at Chelsea. Definite foul there on Enzo Fernandez. Speaking of enjoying his football, Enzo Fernandez's resurgence over last couple of months has been excellent, man. There was a lot of doubts as to why Chelsea spent that kind of money, but you can see that he wears the captain's armband in the absence of Reece James, and rightfully so, man. He's been a real leader. Just really like the way he plays football. I mean, everything you need from a press-resistant midfielder, he's got that in spades. He's got every passing range, every pass in the book, and he's showing the athleticism that he has now after recovering from that hernia injury. It wasn't just an injury, it was surgery at the end of last season. So now looks fit, ready. You see that him and Caicedo on so many occasions after the international break, they come straight from the flight from South America. They meet land Thursday morning and Saturday afternoon playing 90 minutes for Chelsea. That's been the kind of output the two midfielders have put for Chelsea. Brilliant. Enzo Fernandez, lovely chest control, looking to spin there. Clear foul. Lewis Cook not happy. He's had a few decisions go against him, but yet another foul there. And Enzo Fernandez, they're just looking to target him. That's 2 or 3, just nibbling at him. Nothing cynical, but just stopping the progress of the Argentine maestro. Just over 28 and a half minutes on the clock. Be a good time to get the Nottingham Forest Liverpool game going as well. I'll try and keep an eye on both. Will be difficult to say the least. My focus definitely on Chelsea. Brilliant. Enzo Fernandez away from Brooks. Enzo Fernandez, good save. Towers with full extension. That was traveling into the bottom corner. That was all Enzo Fernandez's work. Sensational from the Argentine midfielder. Oh, he's just sent him to the shops with a bit of skill and then just driving into the box and a side foot finisher. Don't think it would have found the bottom corner, but exactly what I wanted to see there from Enzo Fernandez. Love to see that. Chelsea still 1-0 though. corner kick. Chelsea have struggled with corner kicks. I have not been happy with Palmer or Enzo Fernandez as corners with left foot. Enzo's still better with his right, but Palmer was left foot corner is not something that I like to see very often, but it is something that we have to make our peace with. Enzo's corner at the near post. It's disappointing. Achimpong's asking for the corner. I think he might get his wish granted here. Good work there by Josh. Come on, Enzo. It's got to be better. Have to clear the first man. At least get the height on it. We don't have too much height and power in our team. Decide to take it short. 1-2 with Palmer to Fernandez. Not a good pass. 30 minutes on the clock. Game has kicked off at the Forest ground. Really hope Liverpool drop points. Nothing else. The way that Chelsea's last 4 weeks have gone, we were 2 points behind Liverpool, and that was a real shame. Yes, Liverpool had an extra game in hand, but just lost our momentum with those 4 games, and it was 4 winnable games. The defeat to Ipswich Town, such a poor one. Everton 0-0, almost expected that. Crystal Palace dropping points late on. Jean-Philippe Mateta with the goal. It's just been that kind of thing. But Chelsea had 5 wins on the trot. It was going well, and then that 4-game period just starts to create a bit of doubts, doesn't it? We have fickle memories as football fans, but so far so good Chelsea. Bournemouth, on the other hand, they haven't been beaten in 8 Premier League games. It's not been all wins, but they have the last 5 games, 2 wins, 3 draws. But yeah, in 8 league games, no defeats. Tough to beat team. Like I said before, Andoni Iraola won't get the plaudits, but we'll give him the respect. He is a top coach, man. In plucked from the obscurities of Rayo Vallecano. That was just great scouting by the Bournemouth High Trust. Nico Jackson picking up a needless yellow card. Let's see the foul there on Christie. Is it cynical? It is. Just raking on the back of his foot there. Jackson's yellow cards are always feels unnecessary. I feel he gets a lot for dissent. That one a tackle, but it's forgiven. Nico Jackson does so much work for Chelsea. He can have the odd yellow card, but big smile on the ref's face. And a free kick for Bournemouth. Here's a Burnley. Caution should be Chelsea's easily. Caicedo takes one touch. Calmly done there. Oh, it's a bit chancy there. Achimpong does well. Chelsea break the lines very quickly with the long ball. Here's Noni Madueke up against Huijsen. 1-on-1 here. Noni looking to drive. Beats Huijsen with relative ease. Brilliant there by Noni Madueke. Cut back Jackson. Oh, has to score. The ball was bobbling over, but has to score. It's just outstanding work by Noni Madueke. Is that the chance? That was close. That was very, very close. Madueke absolutely skins Huijsen here. Superb play by the winger. And then the right pass. It bobbles awkwardly, but Jackson has to do better. We saw this against Liverpool, Manchester United, where the ball just bobbled to Harry Maguire. And it just makes it awkward. I mean, it is high, but it's a glaring opportunity there for Nico Jackson. But brilliant there by Noni Madueke. Felt that he needs a big game here. Pedro Neto has been favoured as the right winger under Maresca for the last few games here. So Noni has done very well to win his place back. Oh, that's a high boot there on Enzo Fernandez. It's not a high boot because it was a stooping header. Now, if he's got studs on him, they might have a check on it. But just saw the stats there. Bournemouth still yet to register a shot anywhere near Chelsea goal. And it's nothing there. Semenyo went with his studs, but then did withdraw his foot. Good work there by the Ghanaian to just withdraw there. Enzo Fernandez just exaggerating there, but he'll get the free kick there. But Enzo trying to get him cheekily booked. Not needed, Enzo. Let's go. 34 minutes on the clock. 4 minutes at the Forest ground. 0-0. Both teams going full strength at that game. So that's going to be really interesting as well. I like the front three of Nottingham Forest. Gibbs White, Hudson-Odoi, and Anthony Elanga. Oh, Josh Achimpong, brilliant. What a carry that was. He wins the foul. Surely it's our ball, no? Josh Achimpong ran nearly 40 yards with the ball. just showing his ball carrying ability and confidence. Josh Ashimpong, salute. We've seen that Wesley Fofana brings that attribute to Chelsea where he carries the ball. I mean, it's a foul, or how is he giving this as a drop ball? I can't understand this decision. The referee is Iraola and Maresca both having a word with the fourth official. Both of them can't believe what the referee is up to there in the middle. That's for Liverpool. Here's Gravenberg from distance, looking to just cut the ball across. Just keeping an eye on the Liverpool game just to see how that does pan out. My sole focus is on Chelsea getting the victory and all 3 points. Need to break this run of 4 games. Chelsea get the ball back. Well, it was a lot deeper than Josh had carried. Lovely first touch there by Jadon Sancho. He's given us a lot of security on that left-hand side, hasn't he, Jadon Sancho? He does look to combine. He's very secure with the ball. As soon as the ball comes to him, you know it will stick. And he looks to drive. He's got a lot of skills in the locker. He's got 5 assists for Chelsea, which is a very healthy return, but needs to crank up those numbers a lot more. Scored a few goals for Chelsea. I think it was Palace and Spurs. Spurs away was a brilliant goal for Chelsea. That's got to be said. I mean, sensational finish when Chelsea needed it as well. We were 2-0 down. Both mistakes or both slips from Cucurella, and then we just needed that goal to give us a bit of confidence as we were playing well in that game. Sanchez gives the ball, and out of nothing, Bournemouth can attack here into the box to make it 1-1. Good challenge. Oh, Colwill with the extended foot. Here's Crook. Adams, post. Oh, it's offside. Chelsea get away with that one, and it all comes from Rob Sanchez. My goodness me, he never lets you rest. What a turn that is from Nico Jackson. Sensational goal. What a bridge. Oh, it's Jackson. Oh, it's the post. Both players hit the post in consecutive attacks from back to front. Nico Jackson, that was vintage centre forward play. Bournemouth nearly equalizing. Oh, Nico Jackson absolutely balling out, tormenting Zaberni, beats the keeper, and the base of the post saves it. And it all comes from Rob Sanchez, man. Out of nothing. Just like that. He could have very easily found the corner. Oh, so frustrating, man. Just so close. And from there, Chelsea wave play on. There was very quick work there by Moises Caicedo to recognize that Chelsea could quickly attack, and Nico Jackson nearly making it 2-0. Had an opportunity early on, which he ballooned over from that Noni Madueke cutback. This time, all his own doing. You saw this goal. Was it against Brentford, where he just carried the ball about 35 yards, took the centre-back one-on-one, and then hit it from outside the box. This one's similar. Nico Jackson just showing you his full range here. Outstanding performance from the centre-forward. Iraola is complaining. He can have no complaints. So far, Chelsea have outplayed him. Oh, Forrest have scored. I have not seen that. 8 minutes on the clock there. Brilliant. It's awesome to see. We'll bring it back. Chelsea attacking here. Nuno celebrating. Here's Noni Madueke. Forest fans are having an absolute build. Cole Palmer. Brilliant save. Towers right in the corner. It's all happening on both screens. It's a corner for Chelsea. Let's look at how Liverpool have conceded here. Oh, what a through ball that is. Is it Hudson-Odoi or Langa? It was Chris Wood with a brilliant finish. Wow, Chris Wood. Side foot. I think it is Anthony Langa. Look at the angle. It's so tight. He peels away from Van Dijk and just passes it into the corner. Nottingham Forest take the lead. Chris Wood with the goal. Cole Palmer nearly scoring. An outrageous effort from the edge of the box. It's all happening here. Nuno's enjoying it. Awesome, absolutely awesome day of Premier League action here. Both games delivering with goals, and very good goals, mind you. Enzo Fernandez will take the corner. This time beats the first man. Towers punches. Caicedo in the box. He has Lavia as an option. Just under 6 minutes of normal time to go. Here's Romeo Lavia. Cole Palmer. Jadon Sancho. He's got Enzo in front of him. Sancho won't cross, not really known for crossing. Looks for the late run. Palmer looks to play the cross in. Surely a touch. Another corner. Chelsea looking to end the half strong. Oh, look! Nottingham Forest almost making it 2-0. Murillo from distance, the centre back from Brazil. Whoa, what a shot that was. Liverpool lose the ball here. Murillo pinches it and he just decided why not on his left foot. That was curling away and almost beating his Brazilian compatriot. Wow. Forest nearly scoring 2 in very quick time. 5 minutes left for the first half in the Chelsea-Bournemouth game. Liverpool are shell-shocked here. Now 5 minutes, I can watch the Liverpool game there. Then have to switch screens. This has been great Premier League action. Liverpool looking to respond here. Good header there by Ola Aina. Such a long time for the free kick. Let's play, man. So far, no complaints with Chelsea's 40 minutes. It's been good, solid, a lot of tick marks, but it's just 1-0. That has been one of the dangers for Chelsea. Corner comes in, keeper punches. Cuckoo wins the ball. Palmer from distance, just slices across it, but I think the whistle had blown before that. Travers has been a busy goalkeeper, and that's good to see from a Chelsea perspective. He's had to make a few saves. You hit the post. Jackson had a chance, but Enzo's corners are clearly improving, and that is the good news. He's trying to catch out the keeper, and that front post run is being made by Josh Achimpong. Good to see young centre-halves playing big Premier League games. Achimpong's 18, going on to 19. Colwell, 21. Now the experienced player for Chelsea. Oyson's 21 as well. Zaberni, 22, 23. Excellent. The future is clearly now for footballers here. Here's Oyson. Tries to find the line breaker. Achimpong, brilliant. Pass to Jackson is awesome. Here's Jackson. He's got Palmer. Again, the identification of the pass is so good. Here's Cole Palmer, forced wide. Very good defending there by Zaberni. That was a nearly moment. Again, it's Nico Jackson, man. He's having an outstanding half. Here's Sancho. Driving at the right back. Hill had an injury, so Lewis Cook playing the makeshift right back for Bournemouth. Just over 12 minutes gone in the Nottingham Forest-Liverpool game. Good to see Liverpool trailing. Lavia, beautiful. Turns away from pressure. He's got options. Oh, Noni, can he score here? Noni, good block there on the left-hand side. Tyler Adams just waiting. And he's just asking the question for his defenders as to how Noni Madueke was left with so much room. Midfielder having to cover a lot of ground. Good work there by the American. Good. Noni has been very bright. I've been very pleased with his first half. He's been direct. He's put one on the plate for Nico Jackson. He's threatened a couple of occasions. He's got a good understanding with Cole Palmer. Both have played for the England under-21 game. Here's Fernandez with the ball in, easily cleared. Noni can... Oh, that's a very strange shot there by Noni on his right, but Fernandez recovers. Cole on his left foot. Fizzes it into the box. A header by Jackson. He's just wide. Jackson's having one of those games in front of goal. Enzo Maresca can't believe it. Neither can I. It is such an awesome ball, this, by Cole Palmer. One touch out of his foot. The run by Jackson is onside. He gets the header. It's a good save, and on the follow-up with the keeper on the ground, doesn't find the target. But even if he did, I think the keeper would have saved, but it's point blank. The header's nothing wrong with that by Nico Jackson. The save by Tybers is good. He's been very busy, the goalkeeper for Bournemouth. Chelsea leaving the door open here. 1 minute left in the first half. It has really flown past. Enzo Maresca is on his knees. He can't believe it. Chelsea have created opportunity after opportunity. You've seen this movie before. Have to get the second goal quickly. Individually, I think Chelsea have had a very good game. Collectively, again, no faults, but 1-0 is such a precarious scoreline. This is why people have a lot of gripe with Nico Jackson, but You can't ignore the things that he does well. Sets up the goal, had a couple of opportunities, hits the base of the post. I mean, in terms of an all-action centre-forward display, this is as close as it gets. Yes, you'll see on Twitter or all the other websites where it's all about the misses, and the overall play. I could not be happy with Nico Jackson. I would rival him as one of the best overall centre-forwards in the Premier League. Alexander Isak is a good candidate for him. In terms of complete all-round midfielder, oh, look at that. Caicedo, sensational work. Fernandez to Jackson. 2 fouls there on Chelsea midfielders, both not given. Jackson decides to take his time. 5 minutes of stoppage time has added on the end of the first half. Here's Caicedo, who's been flawless as usual. Moises Caicedo, the most expensive midfielder in the Premier League, worth every penny. Here's Fernandez. Sancho. Lavia. Chelsea putting on a clinic here on how to keep the ball, involving Sanchez. Sanchez with just the one nervy moment. He's had a good 4 or 5 game period, Robert Sanchez. I have to give props. He's made brilliant saves. And in this first half, again, they'll highlight that one moment, that pass, but it's such a needless pass. And that's the gripe with a lot of the Chelsea fans. I'd say most of the Chelsea fans. He's a very good keeper in terms of his height, his ability to pass, his willingness to come and collect crosses. So he does tick a lot of the metrics, but some of the brain-dead moments, I mean, you encourage him to play out the back, but when you see passes like that, and Sancho, terrible, speaking of terrible passes, putting us in so much trouble, but Chelsea play out the back very well. Lavia, so good, man. The way he just shields the ball makes it so difficult to go around him. He can pop it 1 or 2 touch, but also can carry. Excellent, Romeo Lavia. Again, Chelsea is so careful with Lavia, just trying to give him 45 minutes here and there. Every time he's on the pitch, he just looks so good, man. He's 19. That 50 million investment on Romeo Lavia is, again, worth a lot of, worth every penny, but it's just his availability which has come into question. Iraiola's not been pleased, but I think if he is a fair man, and the way he comes across in his press conferences as well, he'll know that his team have been outplayed in this first half and are fortunate that it's only 1-0. Chelsea have had opportunities after opportunities, a few near moments, some half chances, but have left the door open here. Liverpool, on the other hand, yet to beat the Nottingham Forest defense. Nottingham Forest are so mean at the back. I mean, they do not concede goals for fun. Here's Jackson, all from Enzo Fernandez. Again, this is Caicedo with the outside of his boot pass, nearly finding Cole Palmer. Again, Chelsea from back to front. Really good passing here. Outstanding work. Levi Colwill chests it down, hammers that away. Both coaches are really fired up, and it's really good to see. Both are tactically astute managers. They're seeing a very cagey game. It's been chess at times. Saw a 5 or 7 minute period where Bournemouth completely bossed possession, had 75-80% of the ball. They didn't really do much with it, but shows that they're very much capable of keeping the ball deep in Chelsea territory. So in terms of defensive work, Achimpong, outstanding. I would say a solid 8 or 9 out of 10 from him. Yes, he's not coming up against a traditional centre-forward. The traditional centre-forward, Ollie Watkins, John Duran, Erling Haaland, Alexander Isak, Nico Jackson. All are good options of traditional centre-forwards in the Premier League. Justin Kluivert has come on as that first half substitution, courtesy of the injury to the right back Hill. Lewis Cook, the skipper, went in as the auxiliary right back, the makeshift right back, and seeing Kluivert in those forward areas. Free kick here for Chelsea to defend. The Bernie gets the first header. Caicedo wins the second. The header back towards goal. Colwill wins the first header, again putting pressure. Good work here by Chelsea to defend the situation. And Enzo Fernandez clears. And this clearance could be a good pass here. You know what a menace that Nico Jackson could be, putting so much pressure. The back pass almost. Keeper doing well. Jackson doing the right thing to not go full-blooded with that, but just like that, a long punt forward. We saw this against Leicester where Nico Jackson just makes something out of absolutely nothing. Good work there by Travers. He's earned his keep in this first half. Chelsea have put him under a lot of pressure. Nearly 20 minutes in the Forest-Liverpool game. Forest attacking here. Looking to breeze past the box. Oh, a bit of a deflection. Far post. Robertson clears. Hasn't been smooth sailing for the league leaders. They've had a bit of a stumbling period here. That loss in the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg against Spurs came up in the first up, but it's half-time and Chelsea 1-0. I'll take that. But in the second half, I've seen the script before, man, against Palace and Fulham. Palmer, 13th, 15th minute, 1-0 against the opposition, looking good. But the second half, I want to see a better Chelsea. I want to see an improved Chelsea. I need to see Chelsea taking all 3 points. But we can bring you Liverpool action shortly now. I'd like to take a break, but we need to take our chances. We really do. I got a text from my dear old friend messaging the exact same thing. Need to take our chances. They always come back to haunt us. True words haven't been spoken. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. Seeing Liverpool now, camped in the Forest half. Again, we're talking about Forest's defensive record. It's a good thing I remembered. I always like to give props to defenses when I can. And I'm going to try and do that with the Forest defensive record. We're looking at halftime scores. Liverpool yet to register a shot on target. That will really frustrate the fans. West Ham are 2-0 up against Fulham. Graham Potter with Soler and Souček in very quick time as well. 2 goals in 2 minutes. Murillo with a good clearance there. He's a centre-half that Chelsea have looked at. The 22-year-old Brazilian centre-half. He's knocking on the door for selection for Brazil. I think he has played maybe 1 or 2 caps for Brazil, but it's 2-0 for West Ham. City not able to score at Brentford. And we were talking about Forest's defensive record. Yes. Yep, 2-0 against Luton in the FA Cup, winning 3-0 against Wolves, 2-0 against Everton, 1-0 against Spurs, 2-0 against Brentford. They've conceded their only goal against Villa. They beat Manchester United 3-2. So they're going on a brilliant run, Nottingham Forest. They're in third on pure merit. I mean, that's 6 games in the Premier League. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 games, and they're on course for 7 in a row. Diaz from distance, never going to trouble Sels. Nuno Espirito Santos, I mean, his story will go down in the books. So good. I mean, he was a very good coach at Wolves. Spurs wanted him, and Spurs being the graveyard for a lot of the managers, sullied his reputation. He goes to Saudi, coaches Kante, he coaches Benzema, earns a boatload of money, comes back to Forest, who were in trouble, but a lot of players there, the owner. He's not just steadied the ship, he's, again, not just exceeded expectations, he is performing at a very high level as a coach, and he's got the full tune out of his players. They've built a very good squad. If you look through the Nottingham Forest squad, they've got an old and experienced goalkeeper. By old and experienced, I mean, he's 32. I mean, it's a goalkeeping prime age, I would say. But you look at Milinkovic, Murillo, Ola Aina, midfield of Yates and Anderson, front 3 of Hudson-Odoi, Anthony Elanga, Morgan Gibbs-White. Again, that Morgan Gibbs-White signing, it was 40 million, I would say, 3 seasons ago, if I'm not mistaken, from Wolves. It was a signing that raised a lot of eyebrows. I mean, they were like 40 million. Morgan Gibbs-White, yes, he plays for the under-21s, But that is a massive outlay. And if you look at his performance now, that is just unreal scouting. Liverpool creating a half chance there. Good switch there by Van Dijk to Mo Salah. Salah drifting inwards and just trying to float that towards the fast take. It's a good tactic considering Cody Gakpo's heading abilities. He does have that in his locker. But yeah, so far so good. Both games, that too. That was the Anthony Elanga pass to Chris Wood. Beautiful goal. Yeah, just over 25 minutes on the clock. Liverpool struggling against Forest. I just want to see whether or not they are trying to threaten Sels' goal. Let's look at the stats. Liverpool possession, 5 shots, none on target. Forest clinical. Yep, Liverpool nearly 70% of the ball. Fully expected this kind of game. And let's look at the live table as it stands. Liverpool on top. Nottingham Forest in second. Because Arsenal plays Spurs tomorrow, Forest can very well end match week 21 in second place. I mean, Leicester 2015-16 takes the cake. This would be a close second. Doesn't sound like much, and a lot of people might just have that mentality of it's either first or nothing. There's no difference between second and fourth. And I hear you, but Nottingham Forest, considering where they were last season, to finish anywhere near the top 4, to be second nearly halfway through the Premier League season, well, over halfway through the Premier League season. Awesome. And it looks like Forest might just be the only club that can challenge Liverpool for the top spot. I mean, it's 7 in a row. This is title-winning form. I mean, this is no joke that what Nottingham Forest are doing out here. It's absolutely sensational. Oh, what a pass that is from McAllister to Gakpo, but look at the number of Forest bodies behind. Ola Aina. Again, I have a soft spot for Nottingham Forest, man. They have 2 Chelsea boys, Ola Aina being one of them, Callum Hudson-Odoi being another. Where we see Cobham boys be there, I mean, you always root for them wherever they go. Even Conor Gallagher at Atletico Madrid was having a tough time, but I just want him to do well. I mean, go there. He's a perfect kind of player for Cholo Simeone. Liverpool's tactic is just floating in those angles balled into the box. I mean, could work, but it's not inspiring football. I might be biased. I'm definitely biased, but I really like the way Forest have defended so far. McAllister is the only one who has that pick the lock kind of passing. He seems to have been run into the ground, though. He's playing a lot of games, Alexis McAllister, but Dominic Szoboszlai back in the starting 11. Curtis Jones has been preferred as the number 10 in the last couple of games. Won 4-0 at Accrington. I'm not sure whether or not Szoboszlai would have played a few minutes for there, but he is their marquee number 10. Konate's header. Yeah, we spoke about Chelsea and Bournemouth having both teams really having an excellent pair of centre halves in terms of balance and profile. This game is the same. I mean, I'm looking at on my right Van Dijk and Konate. Definitely the best centre half pairing in the Premier League. And for Nottingham Forest, they have Milinkovic and Murillo. So brilliant. I mean, the quality of centre halves, it is not easy to score goals in the Premier League, mind you. And these are just the centre halves you're talking about. Don't even go to the back line and the goalkeepers. Murillo with a lovely switch there. He got a lot of distance there, but it's harmlessly out for a goal kick. I need a break. Nearly 60 minutes of stream. Well, Chelsea are about to kick off. Just wait and see. I'm happy to see Forest Liverpool still remain 1-0. I need a bit of a break before I get back to the Chelsea watch along. Nearly 1 hour of action. Let's just have a quick peek at Twitter, football Twitter. One of my favorite places. It's a cesspit. You get a lot of differing views, to put it mildly, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, especially when the opposition team loses, to see their fans in meltdown. Salah trying to push and run there, but Murillo very quick. Very, very quick. Brazilian centre half. Shout out to CFC Retro, man. He gives such great content from the past. Chelsea related content. Amazing. Liverpool still struggling so far. Van Dijk striding along with the ball. Lovely first touch there by Robertson. That's a terrible pass. I think Liverpool fans have had it up to here with Andy Robertson. But I feel for him, man. I mean, he's coming out of age, but not just age, but for a fullback, you just have that shelf life, don't you? I mean, in terms of their style, they just that hard running style. It's just a matter of time before it takes a toll physically. I mean, can shatter you. On top of that, if you have a few injuries, just makes it a lot worse. Liverpool Twitter is awfully silent. Can be so frustrating playing against Nottingham Forest. I remember the game against when Forest visited Chelsea early on in the season. It was 1-1. Chelsea could have lost that game very easily. I remember Rob Sanchez making two big saves at the end, and then Mikhailo Mudryk ran nearly the length of the pitch and put it on an absolute plate for Christopher Nkunku. His header was straight at the keeper. I mean, that would have been just absolute scenes, man. It's pretty much just how Mikhailo Mudryk's Chelsea career has been. I mean, a lot of nearly moments, now going through a tough time with his samples. It's a lot of what ifs with Mikhailo Mudryk. See why Liverpool were asking for the penalty, but never a penalty. Damn, Liverpool Twitter is quiet. Nobody wants to tweet when their team is losing. I get it. I absolutely get it. Lamine Yamal is trending. I wonder why. He's a special player, isn't he? My goodness. 17, 18 years of age. A lot of people will have him as one of the best right wingers in the world. I mean, Kayo Saka, Mo Salah, Lamine Yamal. A lot of outstanding left-footed attackers, man. Cole Palmer, Rafinha. It's the time, man, as a left-footed attacker. Chelsea are bringing two left-footed attackers next season. Now, whether or not they'll be drafted into the starting first team, rather, we'll wait and see. I know Estavio will from Palmeiras, and Kendry Páez, the 16-year-old from Ecuador. Luckily, we have Big Bro already in the house, Moises Caicedo. It's already well settled at Chelsea, so he's got the perfect compatriot to feel at home, that's for sure. But Kendry Páez and Stavio Willian, very excited to see that. That's why the likes of Noni and Pedro Neto, one of them, will have to feel that their place might be in a bit of jeopardy. But that's the right wing spot. For the Chelsea left wing spot, with Mikhailo Mudryk's future now uncertain, maybe Chelsea might make a move. That's why you see Matthias Tells links to Chelsea. Bayern Munich forward, who very rarely plays because of Harry Kane and their stacked forward line. So it's difficult for him to get minutes. I completely understand that, but Chelsea having a look at him. But what I'm not sure about Mateus Tell is he a specialist? Is he going to be a specialist number 9, or is he a jack of all trades kind of forward? Because we already have a plethora of them at Chelsea already. Neto can play left wing, right wing. We got Sancho who can do the same. We got Felix, Palmer, Nkunku looks like he's on his way out. Maybe we need someone to just supplement Jackson as a box 9. Chelsea actually identified that early on in the window. We went for John Duran in the winter before, and then in the summer, for some reason, we pulled out for that. I don't want to believe this, but social media pressure. I mean, they floated the name Jean Duran out, and it didn't look promising from a Chelsea point of view. We lost out on that, and look at John Duran now. Borussia Dortmund want him. Chelsea looks like they might have just ended their interest, because if Chelsea go to Villa now and ask for John Duran, the price is easily 60 million. I mean, we know how it's going to work. And the same for Samu Omarodion, who went to Porto. He was Atletico's Madrid centre forward. And after Chelsea did the deal with Gallagher, it looked like Omarodion was on his way to Chelsea. He got the here we go from Fabrizio Romano, but that deal fell through. He finds himself at Porto scoring goals. He's an absolute monster in the box. So it's that kind of profile that Chelsea might have to go in the winter window or in the summer. Jackson definitely the starting number 9 is Caicedo on the right-hand side. Brilliant. Caicedo cut back. Nobody getting a touch. Come on. Chelsea starting off bright. Why is this Caicedo on that right back position looking very good? So difficult to pick him out. He pops up in midfield. Now they're in midfield. Oh, he's lost the ball out with Josh's heavy pass. Bournemouth looking to start the second half well. It's a good reverse pass to Kluivert up against Achimpong. Kluivert, Achimpong, good work. Colville gets the block. Good work there by the two defenders. Achimpong for jockeying well, and Colville for the interception and clearance. Oh, Enzo can get there first. Heavy touch. Will give a foul. Enzo, just get away with that. Just leave. You'll get the yellow card. You know that Jackson picked up a yellow card for Chelsea in that first half. It's a clear foul there by the Chelsea skipper on Christie. Oh, what an interception that is in the Forest game. He's just plucked the ball out. Salah was making that menacing run on the right-hand side. Good to see Forest still holding on. And the longer this goes, it's going to be very nervy for Liverpool. Oh, Zaberni with the header just goes wide. And it's the first real opportunity. Nowhere near target, but the Ukrainian centre-half getting a good leap on it. Again, this is a familiar story for Chelsea. Second half, we have to keep the intensity going. Have to create clear-cut opportunities. Oh, look at that. Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel spotted at Stamford Bridge for the first time. Good to see the old boss. I'll always have a soft corner for Thomas Tuchel. Won us the Champions League with the front three of Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, and Timo Werner. Never forget. Quietly got there. He's finally got a sighting. So good to see Tommy T at the bridge. Oh, Lavia's got the ball pinched here. Kluivert up against our defense. Kluivert with the step over. Semenyo, what a challenge. Caicedo, clean. Oh, he's given the penalty. Nothing to say, man. It's all from our own mistake. We lose the ball in midfield. Caicedo with the challenge. It looked... I thought he might have gotten the ball. Oh, it's a clear penalty, man. Caicedo at the back. And yeah, I'm not surprised. I really am not. But my goodness, it's such a disappointing manner. Rob Sanchez has to bail us out. He saved a penalty in this very fixture, the reverse fixture, where Chelsea was thoroughly outplayed by Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium. It was 0-0 at the time, and he had the penalty saved. Rob Sanchez, we need you, brother. We need you big time. It is so frustrating, man. Just giving the ball away, then giving the pen. Caicedo. Rash. Very, very, very rash, Caicedo. And yeah, we spoke about Justin Kluivert being perfect from the spot. No surprises that the Dutchman will be on penalty duty here. This is so frustrating. Come on, Sanchez. Kluivert has scored his last 5 penalties. 3 on the right-hand side, 2 on the left. He's got a giant in front of him. 49 and a half minutes on the clock. Bournemouth did very little in the first half. Have a perfect opportunity from the spot to draw level. Kluivert up against Sanchez. Kluivert buries the penalty and it's 1-1. No mistake from the Dutchman. As the first half substitute for the injury for the right back Hill, he has come off the bench and he's made the difference. It's 1-1 at the bridge and Chelsea have to do it all over again. Caicedo conceding a needless penalty. That is... Can't say it surprises me, can it? It just doesn't. We know this script. I've seen this before. We do well, good in the first half. Just something happens in the second. Lavia loses the ball. And just like that, Chelsea on the attack. But that was a very clever pass by Kluivert to Semenyo, who made the run from deep. Caicedo was looking to track them, but it's a clear foul. I was hopeful that it was a good tackle. You know that Caicedo likes to come from the wrong side to try and pinch the ball, but it's a deserved penalty, but an undeserved equalizer, and that's just sour grapes from me. Chelsea have to do it all over again. I've seen the script before. Bournemouth will feel a lot more confident. Oh, Lavia goes lunging in. It's a foul. Lavia having a bit of a shocking 5 minutes here. Had an excellent first half. Trusted to come out in the second. Yes, you, friend. Definitely a yellow card. From the back on the goal scorer, Kluivert trying to pinch in. At some point now, Maresca will have to... He'll have to change, whether he likes it or not, to sacrifice either Lavia, Enzo or Caicedo to come off and bring on another attacker. He wastes no time. And it's not an attacker. He's looking to bring on the skipper, Reece James here. It's proactive here from Enzo Maresca and Chelsea as they look to bring on the skipper. But it's a Bournemouth free kick. Kirkes will float this. Chelsea holding a high line and Sanchez with a comfortable grab. Just over 51 minutes on the clock. Nottingham Forest were on the break there on the other end. Just breaking down at the edge of the box. Cucurella is on the deck holding his face. This is end-to-end at the Forest game though. Salah up against Murillo. They are doing very well. Salah getting no joy whatsoever. And the offside flag on the Egyptian. So frustrating, man. This has been the story for Chelsea in the last games. Getting the lead. Again, I've seen the story. Cole Palmer, 13th minute goal. Chelsea play well, create chances, don't kill the game, leave it open. And a moment of absolutely unnecessary play brings the team back level. You can see Cucurella. He's made the run across Brooks. And Brooks has just had a tug at him. You've seen... Who's that who got sent off for tugging at Cucurella? As I was at Palace, Fulham, don't remember. Seen that before. And Cuckoo has been... And we've seen that hair tug being penalized before. And Bournemouth have to be careful here. Brooks with a needless tug. The referee is going to his screen. Like I said, there is a precedent to this before. I can't remember the game where the opposition player tugged Cuckoo's hair in the box. It's violent conduct then. They're checking it for violent conduct now. So, again, I wouldn't be surprised if they red card him there. Again, he's put his arm around. I don't think he's grabbed his hair, but this is going to be at the referee's discretion. When a player does that, you just give the decision to the referee. You're completely helpless now, and you put your team in a very tricky spot here. He's had 3 or 4 looks at it. I don't think he's going to give a red card. I'll be surprised, but I'm not surprised with Premier League officiating. I mean, who can tell with utmost certainty that that's a red card or not a red card? It's a subjective decision. The on-field decision, he's taken 5 or 10 views at it. It shouldn't. That's not what VAR is for. He has to have 1 or 2 looks at it. He's seen the incident. Is that a red card or is that not? Just play on. He's having a word with the. I mean, he might give it. Play on. He's not given the yellow card. He looks like. So we don't really see this very often. It was not judged at all. And I think common sense has prevailed here. It's a foul on Cuckoo. He's given it as a yellow card. It's a warning on Brooks. I think Brooks should be happy that they didn't take a more severe approach. Like I said, there has been precedent set before. But Brooks can count himself a touch fortunate that it's 11v11 and Iraiola's heart would have been in his mouth. And Chelsea now, 55 minutes on the clock, wasting no time. And it's Reece James who comes on, and it's Romeo Lavia who has been withdrawn. Culpable for that goal, it's Lavia and Caicedo. Lavia losing the ball, and Reece James now. Good to see the skipper back. Does he get the captain's armband immediately? Or does Enzo Fernandez just keep it for a bit? Good to see Lauren James in the press box. Reece James will play as that. Well, he's starting off as a midfielder here. He's looking alongside Caicedo. We'll just see where the skipper operates. But looks like Enzo rather, still has the captain's armband. And it's halftime at the Forest Stadium. Forest 1-0 to the good. Chris Wood. Expert finish from the New Zealand centre forward. Left-footed pass past Alisson. Chelsea looking to navigate this second half. Not happy. Oh, careful. Caicedo does well. Cuckoo, full slide challenge. Look where Huyson has challenged Cucurella. He's a centre half. He's come nearly 60 yards to challenge Cucurella in Chelsea territory. That's how front foot their centre backs are. That's brilliant to see, man. Just bravery of the highest order. Maybe this change will see Cucurella taking up higher positions as the left-sided number 10, if that makes any sense. People who watch Chelsea will know exactly what I'm talking about. We see Malo Gusto on the right-hand side in a lot of the games. But now it's Reece James. James might just... I see Reece James is very much looking as a centre midfielder here, and Enzo playing as a number 10. Chelsea going attacking with a bit of conservatism. Oh, Jackson tries to catch the keeper. Oh, almost. It looked like a spillage there. It was very, very close. Nico Jackson from distance trying to catch. Again, Enzo Fernandez, brilliant off the ball. Oh, it looked like a regulation save, almost squirming past the keeper's gloves. Nearly moments. Is this kind of game that we're going to have, man? Chances after chances. 6 corners here for Chelsea. Palmer on his left foot. Spoke about Palmer not having good corners in the past. We need a good one here, Cole. It's a much better one, but it's a good header. Gets it out of danger. Throw in for Chelsea. It's going to be a very, very nervous 30-plus minutes for Chelsea, that's for sure. Good to see Reece James and Romeo Lavia get minutes for Chelsea, but as it stands, it's going to be 5 without a win for Chelsea. Nottingham Forest will start pulling clear away from us, and that is what will really, really piss me off. You know that Liverpool, they've dropped points, but we have not at all capitalized, but Arsenal and Forest are now starting to pull away from us, and that is what is so disappointing. Need the intensity. Caicedo. At some point, Pedro Neto, João Felix, Christopher Nkunku, all options off the bench. Ooh, there's a slight challenge there on Reece James. Please don't do that. Kluivert on James. Every time James takes a tumble, a part of me just gasps for breath. Here's a Bernie. Goes back to Travers, who had a bit of a nervy moment. He's spinning Jackson's effort. Chelsea need to get a move on here. Fernandez could take on the chest. Trying to pierce the gap. Good pass to Caicedo. Writes the challenge. Palmer. Noni Madueke, who's had a quiet second half. Can he make an impact on the right-hand side? Drags it wide. Brilliant work. Noni Madueke cut back. Cucurella is well over. Falling to the wrong people here. Cucurella on his right boot. Never really going to threaten the goal from there, from that player. He had a bit of a goal-scoring spurt against Brentford and against FC Noah, but you don't really trust him to. But again, we talk about Cucurella as that left-sided number 10, and it's exactly the spot that he found himself in. Chelsea going with a conservative back three of James, Achimpong. And you can see Caicedo almost playing right in front. Kluivert has gotten the better of Reece James on a couple of occasions and has switched a nice ball to Brooks on the right-hand side up against Cucurella. The back heel is good. Cross comes into the box. Cucurella gets a leg to it. It's a corner. 60 minutes on the clock. Nervous. I was nervous before the kickoff. Nervous now. Bournemouth are such a thorn in our side. And if they are to come away with all 3 points, they'll be level on points with Chelsea. That's why this game has real weightage. So does the game in Forest and Liverpool. Big match weekend happening midweek here on a Tuesday. Here's an opportunity now for Bournemouth with the corners. Very, very stressful time here. A bit of pushing and shoving in the box. Caicedo not happy with something. Has to keep his head there. Caicedo conceded the penalty. Yeah, Reece James does have the captain's armband. No surprises there, but a long dressing down too by the referee to Caicedo. Caicedo, need you to keep your head here. We really do need you to keep your head. Not just for this situation, but for the rest of the 30 minutes. Big moment in this match. It's a corner. Sanchez looking to command his box here. Seen Bournemouth set-piece routine against Arsenal working a treat. Ryan Christie scoring on that occasion. They take it short. Nicely worked here. Jackson coming a long way. It's a brilliantly worked corner. Brilliant save. Sanchez had to be alert at the near post. Again, we spoke about Bournemouth's corner routines. Excellent. They're just so good with those short corner routines. Nearly catching Chelsea here. It's a quick 1-2. It's on target. And Sanchez with the save. And Bournemouth, who didn't have a shot on target in all of the first 45 minutes in the match. You can see Brooks saying it was very, very close. They know they're enjoying themselves out there in the bridge. And this is very uncomfortable territory here for Chelsea. Oh, great. Colville's on the deck now. Romeo Lavia not lasting the course of the game. Chelsea treating him with utmost care. Tosin Adebayo, fresh off his 2 goals against Morecambe, warming up here. Enzo Maresca has Badia Shield on the sidelines for his injury. Colville is back on, but he's feeling his left knee here. Had to throw himself at the challenge. Might have been caught with the studs. And this is very good to see Chelsea with 3 centre-halves, all from the academy. Reece James, Josh Achimpong, and Levi Colville. They cost Chelsea a grand total of nothing. Just investment from the youth, paying dividends into the first team. Achimpong has looked very good. Very little complaints from him, but this does not look good here for Levi Colville. He's got a bit of a limp here. He'll take the long route across. I trust him that he'll come back. Does look uncomfortable, but a word with the bench. Whether or not Chelsea might take a chance with Levi Colville, we'll wait and see. There's a lot of wincing in pain here by England centre-back. We'll keep an eye on that situation. The last thing Chelsea need is a change at the back here. Bournemouth will be very confident, comfortable now. They know it's an even game. They've competed well with Chelsea. They hung in there in the first half, a bit through luck and judgment, but getting the equalizer through a penalty and now looking to threaten Sanchez. Fully expected Bournemouth to give us a fight, and that's exactly why we're here. You know that there's going to be an absolute fight. Bournemouth are not going to give it away. Reece James to Achimpong. Gives it away though. Full press here by Milos Kerkez. Like Bournemouth, who like to play those reverse passes. Brilliant there by Cole Palmer. The midfield pass to Enzo Fernandez is good. Finds Noni Madueke. He can run onto this. He's got Jackson into the box. Here's now to Madueke up against Zaberni. Madueke twisting, turning. Tries to hit the target, but it's a good block there by the centre half. Zaberni has competed very well against the Chelsea forward line. This is direct play here. Cole Palmer to Enzo Fernandez. Noni very much onside. It's a one-on-one situation there. And you can see that Sancho and Palmer and Fernandez making the late runs into the box. Noni rather going for goal. A bit disappointing in terms of decision-making from the English winger. Palmer with the ball into the box. Achimpong's header is easily cleared away. Reece James with a powerful header. Enzo cushions it back, and you can see that Reece is playing slightly more ahead of Moises Caicedo. In terms of being proactive, I've lamented the fact that Enzo Maresca has not been proactive with his change in the last 4 games. I almost want to attribute our inability to win points in those 4 games to why his in-game management was lacking. So in terms of making the early sub, he's done that. But it's not the sub that we were probably looking for, maybe in terms of João Felix or Pedro Neto. It's Reece James coming on for Romeo Lavia. So it's a bit of a change in the system, as Iraola can't believe that was flagged as a foul. He is begging for fair officiating. Bournemouth now looking comfortable. Going forward in the right-hand side, Caicedo has to be careful. A bit of a slip there. Enzo managing to clear this away. Sancho has had an anonymous second half, I have to say. 21 minutes. First time really he's had any contact with the ball. It's a clever combination with Cole. Cole trying to find Noni, but never really going to find the winger with that pass. Again, we need to demand more from our wingers. A lot of our attacks have been funneled in the central areas, but Sancho and Noni have to be a bit more dynamic. Just give us the threat. Semenyo to Ouattara. Gets away from Reece James. Here's the Burkina Faso international at Achimpong once again. Front post. Good job there. Josh Achimpong ticking the boxes. That's all I want to see from our young centre halves. Chelsea have invested in centre halves that have not really worked in Disasi. Oh, that's a cracking effort there by Semenyo. Out of absolutely nothing, Bournemouth have overturned the deficit. Rob Sanchez beaten at the near post. What a goal that is by Antonio Semenyo. Cracking effort. Chelsea leave the game open. Bournemouth have scored 2 goals in 10 minutes. Cameras are panning to Josh Achimpong there, who got a lot of credit in the first half. And it's all turning a bit sour here. Looks like Chelsea might have to make a change for Levi Colville, who was struggling with that injury. Look at this pass here to Semenyo. He's up against Achimpong. He just catches him by surprise a yard, and he just trashes it in with his left foot. It was Christie with the pass, fizzes it to Semenyo. It's a brilliant finish. And it's a familiar tale here for Chelsea. I have to stop doing watch-alongs for Chelsea live games, man. I'm not going to survive. Andoni Iraola with the fist pump. And as it stands, are level on points with Chelsea here. We're heading towards the final 20 minutes plus. Here's Fernandez. Jackson has to score. Brilliant block. Huijsen with the block, and it is a goal kick as well. What a block by the Spanish centre-half. Enzo and Nico Jackson working very hard on that occasion. Good first touch there by Nico Jackson. Just gets it away from Huijsen. Brilliant block there by the centre half. He's a 6'5" centre back. He can cover ground very quickly, and now Chelsea having to chase the final 20 minutes. Maresca has to make another change, I'm afraid. It's got to be an attacking nature sub as well. And the change is coming, and it's another centre half change. We saw Reece James coming on, and I think Levi Colville can't continue. Or is it Josh Achampong? I'm not sure, but Tosin Adarabioyo is coming on as another hitch in the plan here for Chelsea. Fernandez with the outside of his boot pass to Jadon Sancho. Sancho up against Cook, doesn't take him on, delegates duty. Here's Reece James, who's very much playing as a centre midfielder here from all his touches that he's taken, as we're looking at the second half about to start at the Forest ground. Forest with a 1-0 lead against league leaders Liverpool, and Bournemouth have overturned a 1-0 deficit to a 2-1 lead at Stamford Bridge. Seen Eddie Howe get a result at the Stamford Bridge. Now Iraola 20 minutes away from a famous victory. Caicedo with the switch of play doesn't find Sancho. It's starting to get frustrating. It's a familiar story. The change is being made, and I think it's not Colville but Josh Achampong who's being subbed here. Whether or not it is a like-for-like change, I'm not sure as to why the sub made is Achampong. Yes, he was beaten by Semenyo on that occasion, but I think more credit to the attacker rather than bashing the defender there. But the change has been made. 2 defensive changes made by Enzo Maresca. Reece James and Tosin coming on. Still no attacking changes. Chelsea look to chase this game. It's not looking good. It's not looking good, bruv. As it stands, it's going to be 5 without a win for Chelsea. After 5 wins on the trot there, Chelsea getting lucky there. Colville, judged to have been fouled there. I think Taro fouling that Cucurella, but Chelsea get things up and running. And surely he's got to have to throw the kitchen sink. Enzo Maresca, he can't afford a loss, can't afford a draw even. Need 2 goals here. Somehow, Neto, Felix, Nkunku, maybe everybody has to come along. Cole struggling, but somehow keeping the ball. Again, having to do everything by himself. The wingers have to be more demanding of the ball. All of the creative responsibility falling in those central areas. Sancho doing well, committing a few bodies here. And looking for the reverse to Cole, but it's well defended by Bournemouth. Tosin's first involvement is a header back to Cucurella. Just seems a bit frantic. Goes back to Sanchez, managing to get that forward. Again, these are the moments that the away side and supporters just pick up on. James does well. Caicedo can't find the accurate pass. There's a Bournemouth player on the deck. Colville does very well. Comes across on the slide. Ouattara on the deck. He's felt that in the nether regions, in the tenders. Oh, man, this is so frustrating. It really is so frustrating to watch. Well, in other news, Liverpool are trying to overturn their deficit. Yates with the foul there on Cody Gakpo. I want to ask how we've gotten ourselves into this position, but I know exactly how. We've seen this. It's more than a pattern now. If it happens in 1 or 2 games, you say, you know what, these are anomalies, but when the sample size goes from 3 to 4 to now 5 games, it's clear patterns. Something's not working. It works in the first half. It just doesn't in the second. We look almost desperate, like in terms of not able to do that. Against Ipswich, when we had to chase the game in the second half, it was so poor. Noni having to battle with Kirkes. Noni does well. Looks to spin away from the Hungarian left back, who's come under a lot of transfer speculation from some of the big hitting clubs. Tosin, it's got to be better. Enzo Maresca with a shake of the head. We looked like we navigated the notoriously terrible November periods that Chelsea historically have. December was then starting to look very ominous that we just have those months as a Chelsea fan, man, like where you just start to drop points against. You look at those runs of fixtures where Everton, Fulham, Ipswich, Palace, and now Bournemouth. Yes, they're all good sides, but was it wrong for a Chelsea fan to fantasize about 15 points? Don't think so. I mean, instead, we have 2 out of 12, and as it stands, it might be just 2 out of 15, and that is just awful. Really is awful. And it's the same pattern, man. Palmer early goal, Chelsea concede. So frustrating. Here's Fernandez. Jackson with the touch, trying to get past Hoyson. Hoyson, such a unit, man, at 6'5". He can get there with his long legs on the stretch. Here's Sancho into the box. Jadon Sancho up against Hoyson. They clear through Zaverny. Again, Colville has done well in terms of front foot defending up against Ouattara and wins the ball. Quickly taken throw in. Sancho in the box. Has to be decisive here, Jadon. Enzo on his left foot. Why are you shooting? Oh, man, with his left. It's such a poor IQ move there by Enzo Fernandez. Well picked out from the box by Jadon Sancho. Clip pass. Chelsea looking a bit disjointed is the best word I can use here. Tosin having a couple of nervy moments. Oh, he's looking to take a bit of challenge. It's not been a convincing start here by Tosin whatsoever. Sanchez finds Palmer. Lovely one-touch passing here by Chelsea. Palmer looking to go around Christie, and he just gets a foul there. And Christie with the assist for the second goal. With Semenyo crashing it in. Enzo finds Jackson. He's onside. Jackson, good save, keeper. Nico Jackson not trying to find the corner there. Tries to take it early. Fernandez finding Jackson again on his left foot. It's a good attempt there by Nico Jackson. Once again trying to find the bottom corner. Can't really hold that against Nico again, but you need more power on those finishes. And the familiar tail here continues. Look at them. How quickly time is flying here. It's already 76.5 minutes on the clock. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, Enzo and Palmer not able to combine. Enzo and Caicedo are just having to play 90 minutes every game. There's no other way around it for Chelsea. They've not really addressed that midfield. Andre Santos and Leslie Ugochukwu out on loan. Santos doing brilliantly at Strasbourg in France. So as a long-term vision is they're happy to just let him continue his loan. But Leslie Ugochukwu now looking to get a little more time, I would say, under the new Southampton boss. But Iraola, he's masterminded yet another victory, hasn't he? Did it against Arsenal, beats City, now looking to beat Chelsea. He's 13 minutes plus stoppage time away from 3 points at Stamford Bridge. The home form is really a concern for Chelsea. Fulham have beaten us. Bournemouth are very close to beating us here. Chelsea have had 21 attempts, 7 shots on target, 1 goal. It just seems that Cole Palmer is the only one capable of finding the back of the net for Chelsea right now, and that is the frustrating part. The wingers, Jackson, have to find the back of the net with a lot more regularity. Okay, 78 minutes. We would like to see some attacking changes here. Is it just me or Felix? Again, from João Felix's point of view, it's a signing that has hampered Nkunku and Felix. I mean, seeing Nkunku has got 1 foot out the door. Felix doesn't seem to get trusted with minutes. What was the point of the signing there? Was that just George Mendes forcing us to take a double deal with, oh, Noni is offside. Oh, my goodness. Liverpool, on the other hand, still yet to trouble the Forest. Goal here finally some movement on the Chelsea bench here. It looks like it is going to be João Felix and Pedro Neto. They'll get 10 minutes plus stoppage time. Try and get us an equalizer. Need at least an equalizer. And that's just 1 point. 3-15 is a terrible return for Chelsea from their last 5 games. 2 out of 15 is unacceptable. So this game is a must win, and we really have been struggling. The second half has been poor from Chelsea, man. So poor. Again, I can't understand the drop off from the first and second. Is it just an athletic thing? Are we just losing fitness in the second, losing directness, being a lot more timid in our approach? These are all very valid questions I would like to aim at the manager. Caicedo trying to wrap the pass to Jackson. Here's Sancho. How many late goals have we scored, man? I don't remember too many. Bournemouth looking for the goal that will all but certainly kill the game off. Enzo's work off the ball has been good. There's a clash there between Colville and... is that Brooks? I think it is Brooks. Colville looking for a front foot challenge there, winning the ball cleanly and just getting a chunk of Brooks on that occasion. The double substitution here is for Chelsea. 10 minutes, 9.5 plus stoppage time. Caicedo being withdrawn. We don't see that very often, but it's just been that kind of a game for Moises Caicedo. Started off as right back, as Caicedo and Noni have been withdrawn for João Felix and Pedro Neto. We need the Portuguese connection to work here. At least a goal. We saw Pedro Neto and João Felix both combining on their debut against Wolves. That was a cracking goal. I've seen that goal 20 or 30 times as a shot. I mean, it was brilliant. It was 6-2 for Chelsea. Now just 9 minutes per stoppage. And like I said, time just flies when your team is trailing, isn't it? I mean, 8.5 minutes. We're not threatening the goal. Travers has not made a save in a very long time. It's all going wrong here for Chelsea. Here's Enzo. Our midfield now looks like Enzo Fernandez and Reece James. A back line of Tosin, Levi Colville, and Mark Cucurella. And the forward is just going to be fluid. I mean, Pedro Neto and Jadon Sancho will, of course, be the wingers. Cole Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, and João Felix is almost a trio of attackers with Nico Jackson in front. But we have to create chances here. Bournemouth looking for a substitution to show things here. Brooks's evening comes to an end. He came very close through that corner routine. Bournemouth fans at the away end absolutely buzzing here. Substitution just eats into the time. I can fully see this. 4 or 5 minutes of stoppage time will be added on. Jebison, man coming on here for Brooks. 10 minutes into the Forest and Liverpool game. No change to the scoreline there. Chelsea has 7.5 minutes plus stoppage time from what feels like a season crumbling loss. And it is not an overstatement. It really isn't. It's a 5-game sample. Yes, we didn't get carried away by the 5 games that we won on the bounce. 15 points from 15 and then 2 from 15 is just a shocking, shocking return. Here's Cole Palmer looking to just drive himself forward down that right-hand side. Neto's behind him. Cole Palmer looks to float the ball towards the far stick, towards João Felix. The first touch is just away from him. Disappointing end to the attack. Just feels like Palmer feels that all the burden is on him attackingly. He was never really going to pass the ball to Pedro Neto, was he? Neto knows that, has that better of that in-swinging cross with his left foot, but just Palmer looking to do everything by himself. So had very little impact in the second half. Bournemouth have done a number on us here. It doesn't surprise me one bit. Donny Iraola is, I want to say 6.5 minutes plus stoppage time away from victories against City, Arsenal, Chelsea. Very, very quick time as well. Oh, Ouattara cuts it back. Jebison on his left, lays it off. This could be 3-1. What a block that is from Tosin. That could have been the final nail in the coffin for Chelsea. It was Kluivert with the effort. Cucurella being closed down. The pick out was good here. And then the situation, again, that it rolled it back to Kluivert. The block from Tosin is heroic. Could have been a certain goal and could have been 3-1 to Bournemouth. 7 corners to Chelsea, 3 to Bournemouth. Bournemouth have shown that they can get a shot on target from their cleverly worked routines. It will be Ryan Christie with his left foot. 85 minutes on the clock. Sanchez comes, claims and releases quickly. Chelsea need to get a move on, and right now. Here's Jackson. He's got Palmer on the outside. Sancho making a run. So is Pedro Neto. Look at the number of Bournemouth players in the box. Such a poor ball that is from Cole Palmer. And it's look who's back. It's Antonio Semenyo. He's putting in a man-of-the-match performance, isn't he? Look at the run he's made. He is playing as the number 9. He's just gone stride for stride with Cole Palmer and immediately closed him down. Brilliant from the Ghanaian. He is the goal scorer, that is, as it stands, the man with the winning goal. He just crashed it on his left foot. Heading into the final 4.5 minutes. Look how quickly time disappears here. On his left foot, past Cucurella, gets it away. Fernandez, Felix looking to turn. Clever bit of movement here by the Portuguese Maverick. Oh, it's brilliant. Should have let play continue there. João Felix does so well to keep his balance. The referee does have a point that he let 3 fouls go. He's saying, but Felix did so well to keep his balance. Chelsea need to get a move on here. Clip pass by Enzo Fernandez. Surely a foul there on Nico Jackson. It is Huijsen with the tanglement of the legs. It's a yellow card for sure there on the Spanish centre-back. Yellow card for Dean Huijsen. Foul there on Nico Jackson. It's been a really good battle there. So far, the 2 centre-backs for Bournemouth have done well to keep Chelsea at bay here in the second half. And that's what is so disappointing in the second half. Just don't continue in the same vein. The opposition just knows that Chelsea do have a soft underbelly. It's against Palace where we lost the ball. It was Cole Palmer on that occasion. And today it was Romeo Lavia. I mean, yes, we lose the ball in midfield, but as soon as we lose the ball, it feels like we're going to concede. And that's how disappointing it is. And look at the number of minutes. It's just been wiped off here. 3 minutes to go. It's so frustrating. Cole Palmer now. Him and Enzo Fernandez have been on top of all our free kicks, and we've got absolutely nothing to show for it. Seems like we have no other free kick takers. Reece James now on the fold. Maybe we'll use his right foot. Palmer with the ball in. Tosin with the header. Oh, what a save that is. Travers didn't have the power to really find the top corner, but Tosin, his header on target. Good clip pass there by Cole Palmer. So good save there by Travers. Stepping in for Kepa Arrizabalaga. Not eligible to play against his parent club Chelsea here, but the second in command having a good game here. 2 minutes plus stoppage time for what could feel like a season-defining loss here. Taking my eyes completely off the Liverpool game. I'm looking at Chelsea, and again, it's that familiar pattern, man. We just don't seem to find the goals in the second half. We're running out of steam. We're running out of gas. Nico, you're already on a yellow card. Please be careful. Again, it's needless. It's off the ball. Last thing we want to see is Nico getting sent off for the game at the weekend. Let it go, Nico. Just let it go. Just try and score a goal. Like I said, 3 out of 15 is bad. 2 out of 15 is worse. Corner comes in. A lot of melee in the box. It's cleared away. Enzo tries to get the first touch. The break is on here for Bournemouth. Final minute of normal time. He's beaten Pedro Neto. Reece James does well. Neto is second to the ball, yet to get a touch on the ball. The offside flag has been raised. Chelsea need to get a move on here. Final minute of normal time. Quickly, Enzo, you just need to get a move on here. Here's Palmer. Look where Palmer's picking up the ball. He's in our own half. Why is this happening time and time again? It's like he wants to play hero ball or he's been instructed to play hero ball. Get near the box, man. Quickly. Come on. Final 30 seconds. Enzo. Jackson. Huijsen, brilliant there on the stretch. How many times have we said that? Dean Huijsen. What a centre-back performance he's put in. Reece James. Unable to make any sort of impact with balls in the box. Here's Jackson, surrounded by players. There's just no urgency in our play. There's 15 minutes of normal time. There's no desperation. Just passing backwards. You're almost looking to just keep our passing accuracy here. It's terrible from Chelsea. Really is deflating. I can't see us getting one goal here. We're into stoppage time. Cole Palmer's asking for options. He's having to go back. This is poor. Under Maresca, we haven't learned how to chase a game. It's just facts. I mean, Reece have a mazy run, but he's been shoved off the ball. And Bournemouth, if they get their passes right, a 4-on-4 here, they could add the finishing touches. It's Semenyo up against Tosin. Good block there by Tosin. Kerkesh will just get the ball rolling, and this is not good. Tosin trying to get around. He concedes the foul. We're making all the rookie mistakes that a rookie team makes when we have to chase. It's just so poor. Tosin doesn't need to commit the foul there on Kerkesh, does he? Eight minutes of stoppage time has been added on. A minute has just bypassed from this non-taking of the free kick. That's how stupid the free kick is, man. You can't give it. Can't concede those free kicks. The opposition will just burn 90 seconds from there. Now Chelsea have to break. You have to see urgency. Surely. Here's Enzo. Clip pass is good. Cole Palmer. Lovely first touch. Oh, my goodness. Do we have to buy another attacker in the window? I mean, can't be always goal scoring. Kluivert from distance is pulling the trigger. Just don't have a reliable supply of goals, man, from wide areas. We've got nothing. Liverpool have Salah. It's almost like an unlimited tap from the wide areas. Arsenal have Saka. Jackson has done well. He lays it off to João Felix. Felix with the strike. Good save. Travers punches that away. Jackson is onside. Chelsea looking for the equalizer. Laying off. Fernandez. Cuckoo, don't shoot. Why are you shooting, Cucurella? That's that left-footed option. I get it, but come on. We have to be more responsible. Enzo gets bundled off the ball. Bournemouth are so responsible when they win the ball back. They'll just run in. Cucurella losing his head. Puts the slide in. 2.5 minutes have just breezed past. João Felix pulling the trigger from distance. This is such a disappointing result, but not surprising one bit. Here's Felix once again in the pocket. Lovely skill to beat Huijsen. Surely Jackson is fouled there off the ball. He's seen 2 fouls there, the referee. He gives the one at the edge of the box, maybe on João Felix, which is fouled there by Ryan Christie. Felix has been electrifying in the last couple of touches here. The way he just picks up the ball in the number 10 position. Oh, it's a clear foul there on the stretch. And it looked like even Jackson was fouled in the box. Huijsen and Jackson having a word here. It's a free kick opportunity. Felix, Palmer, and Reece James. But João Felix just puts his head back in disappointment, not being considered for this free kick. He is down the pecking order. English boys will pull rank on this one. It really is last chance for Chelsea. James Palmer, right foot, left foot. This might be Reece James territory here. We have done very little in open play since going 2-1 down. Is set piece going to be the way back? Can't believe we've let this go here. 4 minutes left. Just two set piece situation has nearly burnt 4 minutes. It's Reece James. Reece James! What a goal by the skipper! We'll take that. Kick the ball back. Brilliant there by Reece James. He's pulled a goal out of absolutely nothing. The Chelsea skipper, cheered on by Lauren James and the James family. Well, Chelsea have 4 minutes to get the winner here. Arrowed that Reece James right into the corner. Brilliant free kick. No chance there for Travers. Along the ground, hit with pace. Reece James with the free kick. Brilliant. Can Chelsea create one more opportunity? I say just give the ball to João Felix. He's been the guy on the turn who's been making things happen. We have probably one more opportunity and all but 3 minutes left. Bournemouth are just trying to eat up the time. 2-2 here at Stamford Bridge. It's 2-2 at Brentford against Manchester City. It's all happening here in the midweek fixture. West Ham winning 3-2 against Fulham. West Ham was 3-0 up, 2-0 up rather. Paqueta made it 3-1. Iwobi getting a brace. Look at the time that Bournemouth are wasting here. Surely he's going to add on a couple of minutes after this. We need something from you as well, Pedro Neto. João Felix not able to break the challenge. Everybody's got to throw themselves here. Here's Kirkes up against Neto, trying to go around the outside. Please don't concede the foul. Well done, Neto. Now drive. Go with the ball. That's a poor pass, Pedro Neto. It feels like his body works quicker than his brain. Exactly. Come on, you have to be more responsible. Final 2 minutes. So frustrating. Look at Bournemouth doing keep-ups, man. You cannot be doing that on the Stamford Bridge pitch. And of course, Liverpool scored as well. Jota has scored 3 minutes before this. I'm surprised. I'm shocked that Liverpool get the equalizer here. So do Chelsea. Pedro Neto has had a nothing cameo so far. Come on, it's got to be swifter. There's 90 seconds of legal time left, but my goodness me, the referee has to add on a couple of minutes. Chelsea need one opportunity from somewhere, somehow. Here's Ouattara. What a goal he had with his left foot. He's beaten Reece James. Look at the ball carrying there. Tosin does well to get a foot on it. Again, Bournemouth just eat into the clock here. They're camped in the Chelsea half. He takes his time. Come on, Pedro Neto. You have to be switched on here. Pedro Neto, face the ball. Look at the amount of time. It feels like just 3 or 4 set-piece situations have been done in about 8 minutes of added on time. 1 minute of stoppage time remaining. Come on, it's got to play on. Bournemouth will do this. You cannot blame them. They're looking to hold on. Chelsea have to push up the pitch here. Travers goes long. Tosin has to win this header cleanly. This header goes to Ouattara. Oh, it has to go back to Sanchez. Come on. Final chance, surely. Final chance. 30 seconds of normal time remaining. Still have about 20 minutes of the Liverpool Forest game still. So still a lot of football to go here. Here's Enzo Fernandez. Reece James. On the right-hand side, heavy touch. Pedro Neto looking for a clever reverse to Enzo. Heavy touch there by Enzo. Loses out. Reece James should get there first. Here's Tosin. Colville. Got to pump the ball in the box now. It's now or never, surely. Colville. Chelsea committing enough bodies forward here. Cucurella. Pedro Neto on the left-hand side. Here's João Felix. Creating a bit of space for himself. João Felix. Pedro Neto on his right foot. Strange decision. Oh, Huijsen with this slice clearance goes away for a corner. Surely this is the last chance for Chelsea with this corner. Dean Huijsen with that slice clearance over Travers. And if ever we needed a corner kick on the money, this is it. We haven't seen it from Palmer. We haven't seen it from Enzo. Can we see it from either Pedro Neto or Reece James? We're over the quarter of 8 minutes of added on time. It will be the skipper, Reece James, who scored the equalizer, now tasked with the corner kick here. Come on, Chelsea. 98 minutes. completed. Reece James with a cross coming into the box. Tosin's header is well wide. And that just might be that for Chelsea. Tosin Adebayo has gotten a couple of headers, one on target, this one sailing over the crossbar. We've played over 1 minute of over-allocated time. I never see referees sympathetic towards Chelsea are giving us the extra time. Travers will take his time. 99.5 minutes played. Chelsea scored 2 goals. Cole Palmer, Reece James. The English boys doing the work for Chelsea, but it looks like Bournemouth will escape with a point here. And the referee blows the full-time whistle, and it is Andoni Iraola who comes and does a perfect, near-perfect job here at Stamford Bridge. It's 3 points from 15 for Chelsea. This is not a good run whatsoever for the Blues. It has been a real struggle, but Reece James prevented it from being a whole lot worse. Antonio Semenyo scored after Justin Kluivert converted from the spot. Bournemouth were very nearly getting all 3 points. Chelsea getting a free kick, and it was Reece James in the 95th minute with a free kick, beating Travers with real pace and accuracy in the corner. It's a point here at Stamford Bridge. It's a disappointing point once again. Familiar pattern for Chelsea. They take the lead through Cole Palmer early in the first half, create a lot of opportunities. The second half really was lackluster, to say the very least. Semenyo scored, but Reece James, the skipper, gives us a point. 3 out of 15 after 15 out of 15 in the previous 5. So that's 18 from a possible 30 for Chelsea. We have not been able to capitalize from other teams dropping points. Liverpool are down a goal, now 1-1. I wouldn't be surprised for Liverpool to pinch a winner. That's just the kind of team they are. But they're struggling to pick up points as well. And as it stands, the table is taking shape, and Nottingham Forest find themselves in second, 6 points behind Liverpool, as Liverpool will have a game in hand over Forest. So this is a very good point for Liverpool if they can hold on, and if they are to get 3 points here. Might be early to say, but Liverpool pretty much will wrap up the title. Arsenal play Tottenham Hotspur tomorrow in the North London derby. Chelsea, after 21 games, have 37 points. And if Newcastle win their game, they go ahead of Chelsea. Chelsea will find themselves in 5th. City and Bournemouth, did that end up 2-2? Yes, it did. City not able to climb the table. Their 2-game win streak coming to an end. Foden scoring 2 goals. Or City were 2 goals to the good. Foden scoring a brace, and then Johan Wissa scoring in the 82nd minute, and Norgard scoring in the 92nd minute. So City not able to capitalize from Chelsea's drop points. Spoke about this last week. Chelsea, with them dropping points with real regularity, Manchester City, even though they have not been anywhere near it, are right on our tails. Just the inability to find victories for Chelsea has just been terrible. Chelsea and City have played the equal amount of games, and just 2 points separating the two clubs. So Chelsea's last 5 games really has been shocking. So you look at the goal that Liverpool scored. It was Jota who came straight from the substitute bench and just gets his head on a set-piece situation. I mean, Liverpool don't even have to work hard for their goals, man. It just feels like that. Let's see when goal was scored. Jota came on in the 66th minute, and he scored in the 66th minute. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Really have gunners going forward for Liverpool, man. Szoboszlai with the ball into the box. It's a good header. We'll be doing the watch along for the last 15 minutes. Alexander-Arnold to make it 2-1. What a save there by Sels. Wow. Liverpool nearly scoring from close range there. Sels with an incredible save from close range. And Callum Hudson-Odoi, he needs support. Can look to break. Look at the number of Forest players flooding forward. Finds Gibbs White on the right-hand side up against Robertson, couple of step overs, looking for the cutback, easily dealt with. Again, Jota getting the first touch, but Forest keep the ball here. Here's Morella now. Switch of players on, but it's a heavy pass. Sels with a big save there. Liverpool very, very close to making it 2-1 there. No surprises. Jota, Sels making himself as big as possible in that. I think I need to do some sort of breakdown to try and make sense of the last 5 games for Chelsea, man. I mean, need to start looking for patterns, try to make sense. I mean, how do we go from playing that well in the first to terrible in the second? It's not just one game, and that's the worst part for Chelsea, man. Maresca, he's again, it's patterns. I talk about patterns because we saw this against when he was at Leicester last season in the Championship. Gakpo looking to get that into the box. Salah with the effort. Good block there by Elliot Anderson. Liverpool so dangerous, man, in the box. They just need the ball to fall to them kindly once. They're capable of just scoring. Gravenberch is playing centre half here. It looks like Konate has been withdrawn, and rightfully so. Ibrahima Konate coming off an injury. Played against Spurs and now having to play against Nottingham Forest. Not easy for a centre half coming back from injury. Liverpool still attacking here. Here's Gakpo. Oh, this would just ruin my night, man, if Liverpool are to get a winner from here. Here's Elanga. 2-on-4 here. Anthony Elanga, Callum Hudson-Odoi. Now Chris Wood making the late run into the box. Anthony Elanga going himself. Van Dijk. Brilliant defending. Centre half does very well on that occasion. Alexander-Arnold with a brilliant pick out to Mo Salah. Just like that, 60, 70 yards up the pitch, Liverpool. To 2 players that are out of contract in 4 months' time. Almost combining there. Good work there by Morello on Jota. Jota nearly with 2 goals in, 10 minutes? Gibbs White loses the ball. Here's Jota. Salah on the right-hand side. Salah looking to dribble. Strong challenge there. They'll ask the question for the penalty. Jota with the effort. Very good block. Liverpool threatening here. Salah with not too many complaints. Here's Jones. Gakpo. Liverpool camped outside the Forest box. This can only mean one thing, man. Liverpool to get the winner. Szoboszlai from distance, and it's just wide. Known for his ball striking there. Sels has come up with 2 big saves here. Dominic Szoboszlai from distance. Just takes 1 touch, gets it out of his feet. Just looks to cut that across. Look at the penalty appeal there. Mo Salah bundled to the ground. His reaction generally should tell the whole story here. Not a very clean dribble, just gets away, just sandwiched between Anderson and Nico Williams there. He will ask the question maybe politely there, Mo Salah, but he knows he doesn't get too many of those decisions. Murillo just struggling with a bit of a contact injury there. Forest will want to get this point here. Last thing they'll want is Liverpool to come to their gaff and get all 3 points. On the box, cleared away from the front post. Tsimikas will recover. Gravenberch with the trademark Gravenberch turn. Szoboszlai. Back to Gravenberch. Good ball in. About 8 minutes of normal time plus whatever Liverpool get in terms of stoppages left for Liverpool to try and find what would be certainly the winner. Szoboszlai. Salah, had a chance to bend this into the far corner. I think Cody Gakpo not happy with the Egyptians' decision there. It's good play by Liverpool once again. Forward passes are Chris Szoboszlai finding Salah. Had the opportunity to try and float this towards the far corner. I think it was Jota looking for it. And we'll have another Jota taking the field. Hudson-Odoi coming off. And Jota Silva coming on for Nottingham Forest. 7 minutes plus stoppage time still to be played. Look at the Forest owner there. A lot of people had given him so much stick for the way he's run his club. There was a fire purchase, fire sale at Nottingham Forest. He just kept doing his... Oh, there's a chance there for Mo Salah. Ken Sels doing very well to come off his ground very quickly. Ken, Liverpool so direct, man. Salah with the first touch, good. Sels just falls on it very quickly. Oh, man, Liverpool are having nearly moments here. Speaking about the Greek owner of Nottingham Forest, Evangelos Marinakis. And he's been a top owner as well, not just in terms of recruitment. He did something accountants would know about this more than I do. He's converted 82 million of debt into shares. Oh, that's a brilliant ball into the box. Just looking to cut that across. It was that Jota Silva on the left-hand side. Anthony Langa just bursts past on the left-hand side, leaves Alexander-Arnold to dead there. It's a good ball across. Tsimikas getting a faint touch. And it's a throw-in for Nottingham Forest. The Forest will be trying to get their winner themselves here. They're at home. They can continue to put the pressure on here. Throw in Murillo. Oh, it was Milinkovic who won the header. Or was that Murillo? There was Milinkovic. Powerful header there by the centre half. Jota Silva. Olaina, they've got plenty of weapons as we head into the final 5 minutes. Nuno Espirito Santo. Looks like his mighty, impressive winning run might come to an end. 6 in the Premier League, 7 in all comps. It's been all green for Nuno Espirito Santos. Should be a foul there on Szoboszlai. Liverpool with that bit of desperation here. Here's Alexander-Arnold. Again, we've seen this quick feed there to Salah. Mo Salah looking to take him on. Poor cut back there. Szoboszlai has covered a lot of ground. That's Curtis Jones, rather. Come into the central area. Really look for the cross in. Teasing, turning. McAllister, Tsimikas. Tsimikas feints on his right foot. Now back on his left. Twisting, turning. Jota Silva here. Here's Szoboszlai. Alexander-Arnold, edge of the box. Alexander-Arnold with the shot blocked. Good work there by Nottingham Forest. Got numbers behind the ball here. Here's McAllister. Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai with a good pick out to Salah. The first touch just gets away from him. Jones will recover. Here's Jota. Good 1-2 with Curtis Jones. Jones keeps his balance. Looks to pick the pass out in the middle. Good block by Neco Williams. The Welshman playing as a makeshift left back today. You're talking about Evangelos Marinakis' accounting move that he has reduced the club's debt by converting 82 million of loans into share capital. Forest owner has done that on a regular basis, but it's the biggest amount that he has written off in terms of loans so far. And you can see the effects on the pitch here. Forest find themselves in second as the corners floated into the box. 3 minutes plus stoppage time still to be played. Liverpool can bet your money that Liverpool will throw absolutely everything till the very end. That's why they score a lot of late goals. That's why they don't get beat often. Here's Szoboszlai. Gakpo. Back to the Hungarian. Szoboszlai. McAllister. Salah. Salah for the curler. What a save, Sels. That was arrowing into the top corner. Mo Salah threatening once again. Brilliant from the Egyptian. One touch to get that out of his body and looking to just curl it into the top corner. Brilliant save there by Rob Sels, the Belgian goalkeeper. Liverpool have had 3 or 4 opportunities, and the highlight is they keep giving it to Mo Salah in the box for him to pull the trigger. He's a reliable goal scorer. Now with the corner coming into the box, Sels with the punch out. Salah with the effort, cleared off the line. Ola Aina does so well. Liverpool are doing more than enough to create one more opportunity. Lay off there by Jota. Can't get that to Gakpo. That was certainly a goal. Ola Aina doing so well. Liverpool inches away from the winner here. Here's Gakpo. Cody Gakpo looking to float the ball into a dangerous area. Murillo with the header. Salah to hit that goalwards, and it's over. That's 4 or 5 touches by Mo Salah in the box, close range to find the target. This one was sure shot goal. Brilliant from Ola Aina. Gets back towards the post. Salah so lethal in those areas. It's why he scores bucket loads of goals week in, week out, season in, season out. And Forest are preparing a triple substitution here as we head towards the final minute of normal time. This seems to be another cracking game of football. Liverpool will feel that they've done more than enough, especially in the last 10-15 minutes, to have what certainly would have been a very impressive winner. Chris Wood's night comes to an end. He scored an excellent first goal, picked out by Anthony Elanga, left-footed goal past Alisson. Liverpool coming back in the 66th minute by Diogo Jota, who scored with pretty much his first touch coming off the bench. Gibbs White, Chris Wood, and Neco Williams have all been subbed off, and it's Morato, Awoni, and Moreno coming on here. Triple substitution by the Portuguese manager, Nuno Espirito Santos. Will there be a final twist in the game here? We've seen so many goals in this midweek match week. Manchester City and Brentford played out a 2-2 draw at Brentford Stadium. Chelsea and Bournemouth, a 2-2 draw themselves. Chelsea getting away with that one. Poor second half performance after Cole Palmer gave them the lead. Bournemouth were 2-1, looking to take home all 3 points. But Reece James from the bench with a captain's goal, a free kick to make it 2-2. West Ham beating Fulham 3-2. An impressive win for Graham Potter. His first game as West Ham manager in the Premier League. Getting a 3-2 victory against Marco Silva's men. And it's 1-1 here at the Forest ground. On the left-hand side now, Liverpool still attacking. They have been relentless, haven't they? Playing most of the game in the Forest half. Chris Wood giving the lead in the 8th minute. Diogo Jota in the 66th says, you can see the scarves of appreciation for Nuno Espirito Santos and him, and brilliant. From where Forest were to where they are right now, a club with deep history, enriched. I mean, Brian Clough brought them from relegation to winning the league title and back-to-back Champions Leagues. That has not happened since Real Madrid three-peated in 2017. Nottingham Forest are second in the Premier League after 21 games with 41 points, 6 behind league leaders Liverpool. Liverpool having a game in hand, and Arsenal playing Spurs in midweek. Heading towards the final 5 minutes. Again, it's been all Liverpool here in stoppage time. Here's Gakpo on his right foot. Cody Gakpo! What a save! Sels once again. He is turning off to be the hero here. Brilliant save by Sels. Again, that was arrowing into the corner. Might have taken a slight nick off Curtis Jones. Arne Slot knows that his team have thrown everything at it, a wry smile on his face. He will feel that Nottingham Forest are his Achilles heel, beating them at Anfield, and now looking to take a point here. 4 points for Nuno against Liverpool would be a brilliant return, but still a long way to go. Liverpool so dangerous in so many facets in the forward line. Gakpo, Van Dijk, all in the box. Jota is a ace finisher in the box as well. Alexander-Arnold prowling in the half space on the right-hand side. Tsimikas with the ball into the box. It's cleared away. Doesn't beat the first man. Jota Silva can get there first. Van Dijk hooks the ball. Tries to get that away. Tsimikas trying to buy the free kick. It will be a throw-in. 4 minutes of stoppage time still to be played. Are we going to see a winner here? Morello with the captain's armband has seen his side lead for a majority of the game. But Diogo Jota coming off the bench and scoring with his first touch. Bonney with his first real involvement in the game, replacing Chris Wood in stoppage time. Here's Van Dijk. And Liverpool have been very brave in terms of taking off Ibrahima Konate when the team was down as well, knowing that he can't really afford to risk an injury to the centre-half, the French imperious centre-half, Ibrahima Konate, as Gakpo has won a foul there of Ola Aina. Ola Aina, a huge part of why this game is still 1-1. Goal line clearance off Mo Salah in stoppage time. Now the brain trust of Liverpool trying to figure their way out here. Rob Sels has kept this game at 1-1. Brilliant saves from him. Him and Ola Aina have played a huge part. This would be a hammer blow for Nuno and Forest. Nuno and Wolves, it's been such a synonymous thing in the past. Nuno and Nottingham Forest come away with at least a point. They feel that they've deserved enough. But the two fullbacks here for Liverpool conspiring against this free kick. The left of Tsimikas, right of Alexander-Arnold. With Tsimikas with the ball in, Morello, no surprises, with a commanding header away from there. He is like Harry Maguire almost. It's just the ball just attracts to him. And Forrest had an opportunity to break there. Warney just caught cold on that occasion. Hasn't really warmed up. Wanted to play that quick 1-2 with Anthony Elanga. Final 2 minutes. Looks like Liverpool might just leave with a point here. Was offered to them before the match. Had started off, I think they would have taken it. But Liverpool, now in the last 5 as it stands, have 3 victories and 2 draws. Here's Alexander-Arnold. Back to Gravenberg. Gravenberg has been all over the pitch here. Saw him at centre-half at some point, now almost as a right winger. Here's McAllister. 90 seconds of time left. Looking for the quick combination. Here's Gakpo. Might float this ball into the box. Decides against it. Alexander-Arnold might. Szoboszlai. Oh, almost losing possession there. Forrest waiting for the break. Here's Awani now getting the ball, and Elanga's rapid, and this is late in the game, still showing real pace, but he's up against McAllister and Alexander-Arnold, and the pair of them do very well to rob the ball. Here's Jota now. Alexander-Arnold on the right-hand side. Really look to deliver this first time. Low cross in. Salah looking to create just a bit of room. Good defending there. Final minute of stoppage time. Jota Silva with the clearance there. Here's Alexander-Arnold. There's 2 balls on the pitch here. They have to get rid of the second one quickly. Elliot Anderson does well to clear the ball. Have the opportunity. You can see the second ball still on the pitch. They have to get that away. Awani does so well to hold the challenge. And here's Elanga. Tries to find the pass forwards. Cleared away. Frantic end to the match. Forrest trying to create one more opportunity. It's been a frantic game of football. Nuno Espirito Santos would have been happy with 3 points. Would have been elated with 3 points, I would like to say, but he'll be happy going toe-to-toe with the league leaders, Liverpool, with the fans up in arms, enjoying their time, waving their scarves as Forest are a minute away from this game ending, and the referee blows the full-time whistle. First place Liverpool and third place Nottingham Forest had kicked off before this game with 3 points the remit for both teams. Chris Wood gave Forest the lead courtesy of an excellent finish with his left foot, being found by Anthony Elanga with the through pass. But Liverpool aren't easily beatable, aren't they? Diogo Jota coming off the bench with his very first touch, scoring with the header to give Liverpool the equalizer. It was all Liverpool towards the end to try and get that winner. I thought Rob Sels and Ola Aina towards the end had a huge part to keep this game at 1-1. A brilliant midweek fixture, plenty of goals all around England here. Liverpool end their match week 21 with still a game to play, 6 points ahead of Nottingham Forest. Chelsea with a 2-2 draw in fourth with 37 points. And tomorrow we'll see Arsenal take on Tottenham Hotspur in the London derby. Full time here at the Nottingham Forest Stadium. It's been another brilliant watch along here. 2-2 with Chelsea and now 1-1 between Liverpool and Nottingham Forest. Forest up into second place.